pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
My bitch a choosing lover, never fuck without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the buck for $40 in the club. Fucking up the game, bitch, it gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling business off the lot. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some hoes wanna choose, but them bitches too scary. Your bitch chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy.
A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The grass is greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I show you shit you never seen. The 7 wonders of the world. And I can make you the 8th if you wanna be my girl. I say my girl, I don't mean my woman. That ain't my style. Need a real street stalker, walk a green mile. Piling up the paper on the dining room table. Cause you able to realize I'm the truth and not a fable. Baby, rockin' Russian sable. Keep that chiller on the rack. What I look like with some $1,000 shit up on my back. I'm $1 million man that need $1 billion bitch. Put my pimpin' in your life. Watch your daddy get rich. Easy as ABC. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Get down to UGK.
Come here.
CBU with B. Cause
Hey.
what's a hoe with no pimp? And what's a pimp with no
Savannah.
pimp? Don't be a lame. You know the game and how it goes. We try to get toes.
A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
Hello, hello. It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. How you guys doing? It's just me and Tirana in the deepest, blackest void. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I decided I wanted to go torture you guys with this docuseries that I saw on the Sovereign Citizen Reddit that people posted. It's but the thing is that what I didn't realize is that this is this website is ran by the trillionaire, the $1 trillion SovCit with the Porsche. Was it the Porsche? Porsche SUV, the Carrera. This is his website. I didn't realize this until about 5 minutes before going live. So this guy has apparently 37. Kevin Walker, yes, this is Kevin Walker. This is apparently like 37 episodes that are about like 5 minutes long each. We're not gonna go through all of them, I promise. There's a Lambo SUV. Okay, whatever. Yeah, apparently he runs this, but of course. Porsche Cayenne is that one. Of course, this guy uses AI to narrate, naturally. But I'm very curious. I think it's going to be interesting because here's the thing. It's going to go through every single trope that you can think of. And that's why I'm here to help break it down for you guys. All right, so... I just popped one open. I finally got some exercise earlier today, so I'm happy about that. I feel better. So let's go. What is this?
Exchange can function as legal tender or tender of payment, but its status depends on acceptance and context. But regardless, if tendered correctly, it does discharge the debt in respective amount tendered. It is a written instrument where one party, the drawer, orders another, the drawee, to pay a specific amount to a third party, the payee. While bills of exchange can be negotiable, they can also be non-negotiable, meaning they don't always transfer ownership upon endorsement. One definition and use. A bill of exchange is used primarily in commercial transactions. It could either be negotiable, transferable, or non-negotiable, restricted to specific parties. It serves as a promise to pay and can substitute for currency when accepted. The drawer issues it to facilitate payment without using physical cash. 2 Legal tender and UCC rules. Under the Uniform Commercial Code (UCC), a bill of exchange does not automatically qualify as legal tender like cash or coins. However,
Okay.
it can still be legally used to settle debts, regardless of whether or not the party receiving the bill of exchange wants to accept it. UCC Article 3 governs bills of exchange, treating them as instruments that may fulfill payment obligations when conditions are met. The bill must be signed and clearly list the payment terms. It must specify the amount, payee, and payment date. The parties involved must agree to its use as a method of settlement. In this case, the bill becomes legally enforceable and recognized as valid payment, even if it isn't legal tender in the conventional sense.
Okay, so I was not expecting this, but so far I don't have anything to disagree. He's just basically giving you the real-world definition of a bill of exchange.
3. Impact of House Joint Resolution
Here we go. House Joint Resolution 192.
192 of June 5, 1933, Public Law 73-10,
There it
and
is.
the legality of payment methods and the implications. House Joint Resolution 192 of 1933, Public Law 73-10, establishes that it is illegal to demand payment in a specific currency, including cash or coin. This legislation essentially removes the obligation to pay debts in gold or silver, allowing alternative methods of payment, such as bills of exchange. Demanding specific currency is a direct violation of HJR 192.
And so a lot of sovereign citizens really hype up House Joint Resolution 192, which he's not necessarily incorrect here, I don't think. It's been a long time since I read the resolution, but it was ultimately codified into law. So it was no longer just a House Joint Resolution. It was ultimately codified into law, allowing people to pay debts outside of gold or silver. But it actually, what it did, the point of it was back in 1933 during Great Depression, and the federal government wanted to prevent more gold from leaving the United States, and so it restricted the use of gold or silver as a method of payment for debts. But the point was to maintain the U.S.'s home supply of gold and not have it leave our shores.
Of 1933 Public Law 73-10, against the law and a violation of rights under color of law. This phrase refers to actions taken by a financial institution and/or person that misuses their authority, leading to a deprivation of rights. By pretending that one can enforce payment in a specific currency, an entity is exerting unlawful pressure on individuals, thus extorting, coercing, and injuring them, and the entity is infringing upon their rights and legal protections. This action is not only unjust but also contrary to established law and legal standards that recognize alternative forms of payment as valid. The demand for specific currency payment is not only inconsistent with HJR 192 and the UCC, but also constitutes a form of legal overreach that deprives individuals of their rights.
Well, it would depend whether or not has the provisions of HJR 192 been challenged. Were they successful?
4. UCC 3-104, defining negotiable instruments. UCC 3-104 defines a negotiable instrument, which is a document that promises payment of money under specific conditions. According to UCC 3-104, for an instrument to be negotiable, it must meet these criteria. It must be in writing. It must be signed or ordered to pay a fixed amount of money. It must, when you accept a bill, a negotiable instrument, or participate in a trade or use a banker's acceptance, and / or endorse and transfer the monetary instrument, you effectively negotiate that instrument, which then serves as tender of payment. This means that it can be used to discharge debts just like cash.
No. Oh, now I understand why he's so upset. Okay, now I understand the angle that he's going in. What he's saying, he's setting up, okay, I understand it now. He's setting up the argument that for a financial institution to say, hey, I'm not accepting your bullshit promissory note or bill of exchange as currency. I want cash, aka something out of a credit, out of a checking account. He's saying that that's illegal, and apparently runs contrary to HJR 192. Now I understand what the angle he's coming from, and what he's trying to set up here. It's that that's what it is. He's trying to set up the idea that for credit card companies or utility companies to say, I'm not accepting your scribble on a piece of paper as payment. We want actual, money.
Negotiable. It must meet these criteria. It must be in writing. It must be signed by the maker or drawer. It must contain an unconditional promise or order to pay a fixed amount of money. It must be payable on demand or at a specific time. It must be payable to order or to bearer. When you accept a bill, a negotiable instrument, or participate in a trade or use a banker's acceptance, and slash or endorse and transfer the monetary instrument, you effectively negotiate that instrument, which then serves as tender of payment. This means that it can be used to discharge debts just like cash.
You think.
You assign credit to the company to credit the account.
You think.
5. Acceptance and settlement. To function effectively as legal tender, the payee must accept the bill upon presentment. If it is non-negotiable, the drawee must honor it according to the terms specified without transferring it further.
They don't have to.
Its effectiveness relies on mutual acceptance, not the instrument's inherent value. 6. UCC 3 to 603 and 3 to 311 provisions. Most importantly, UCC Section 3 to 603 stipulates that refusal to accept a valid bill of exchange results in the discharge of the debt amount.
No, it doesn't. No. See, this is what he's trying to get at. He's saying, like, if the utility company rejects the payment, therefore your debt is null and void. The underlying debt is null and void. This is the angle he's going with. Well, of course, we all know that this is nonsense.
Presents a bill of exchange for payment, and the creditor refuses to accept it, the debt is considered discharged. Furthermore, UCC Section 3 to 311 stipulates that if the tender of payment is accompanied by a statement indicating it is for full satisfaction of the debt, there is a discharge of the obligation.
No, there isn't.
This further emphasizes the legal significance of a bill of exchange as a valid instrument for settling debts. Summary. In summary, while a bill of exchange isn't traditional legal tender, it can and does legally discharge debts.
No, it cannot. All right, episode 2.
Under Title 12 U.S.C. Section
Oh, God, a new AI voice.
1813 L1. When the purported borrower deposits or surrenders a promissory note, it is considered a cash item. In this context, financial institutions, such as Chase or other entities, are legally obligated to treat the note as a cash equivalent and issue a cash receipt acknowledging the deposit of this asset. 1. The promissory note as an asset and the creditor's role. The purported borrower, who is the original issuer of the promissory note, becomes the creditor upon depositing the note. This is because the note itself is an asset. As defined in UCC Section 4 to 105,
No, it's not. It's not in the way that you think it is.
depositor, purported borrower, essentially acts as a bank when
No, when a promissory note can become an asset, it's usually when, like, it's a company that let's say a company has goes under, like they go bankrupt or something like that. They don't have it, and there's ultimately a liquidation of assets, right? A promissory note can be considered an asset if it's a promissory note that some other entity owes money to the bankrupted entity. So a creditor can take that promissory note as an asset, say, okay, as part of the liquidation, I'm taking this promissory note, and instead of you paying the bankrupted entity, you pay us as a creditor using the promissory note. I might be wrong there. That's my assessment on how a promissory note can be used as an asset. Making up a random ass promissory note to your credit card company as a form of payment, that doesn't work. That's not how that works at all.
When they deposit their note. As such, the true creditor is entitled to all proceeds derived from the note. This also underscores the importance of recognizing the note's legal status as belonging to the creditor. 2. Demand deposit accounts and reporting obligations. When the promissory note is deposited into a demand deposit account, the bank is required to record it properly on its balance sheet. Under Title 12 U.S.C. Sections 248 and 347, banks must file an FR 2046 balance sheet showing the note as a liability, since it is an asset of the purported borrower/creditor. However, many banks, such as Chase, often fail to issue a proper receipt and instead conduct an offset entry, avoiding a transparent record of the creditor's asset. 3. Recoupment, the right to proceeds and tax implications. While the bank may term this...
But that's my point, Don. These guys, this is how the scam works. I owe my credit card company $1,000, right? I have this crazy idea that, hey, you know what? I'll just give them a promissory note. A promissory note is just saying, I, Artie, promise to pay back credit card company $1,000. But that's already done. That's already a thing. That's already an obligation I already had when I signed the cardholder agreement to get this credit card. So it's worthless. This promissory note is worthless because the credit card company's not getting the money, and I'm just like giving it to them and going about my day.
Offset as recoupment, the UCC interprets it similarly. Recoupment allows...
Morning Free, I only just recently read through your email that you sent me way back. I will get to it. It's just a lot to go through.
The creditor, purported borrower/original issuer, to recover the equivalent value of the note and claim any proceeds. In addition to recoupment rights, 1,099 OID.
A 1099 OID. That's who was it that did that scam? I think he passed away in prison while he was serving 10 years for it. It was a SovCit guru who really hyped up the 1099 OID scam. I can't remember his name, but I remember that
Original issue discount and
no, not David Schrage.
1099-A,
somebody else.
Acquisition or abandonment of secured property. Forms are relevant for reporting such obligations.
Either his first name or last name starts with a W.
Issuer,
that's all I remember.
The purported borrower has tax reporting rights and responsibilities.
Winston Shrout. That's his name. He's still alive? I thought he passed away. Winston Shrout. That's who it is.
Forms apply to situations involving debt obligations, interest accruals, and the disposition of collateral. 4. Recognizing the creditor's status and enforcing rights. The creditor, original issuer, retains the legal right to ensure proper reporting and the receipt of proceeds. The bank's failure to issue receipts or properly account for these assets infringes on the creditor's rights. Moreover, as the asset holder, the creditor is entitled to file the appropriate tax forms, 1,099 OID and 1099-A, to report the note and any obligations attached to it. Conclusion. Title 12 U.S.C. Sections 1813, 248, and 347, as well as UCC Section 4 to 105, recognize the purported borrower as both the original issuer and creditor of promissory notes. Financial institutions must properly record these assets and provide receipts, ensuring that...
So this is how, again, this is all part of the game, all part of the paper terrorism. So he makes these claims that banks are required to do this, that, and the other, and then when they request these different items that a bank is not obligated to provide, and when they don't, the sovereign citizen is like, aha, they don't have it, therefore the debt is fraudulent, or the debt is discharged, or I'm not obligated to pay the debt.
That creditors can reclaim and report proceeds accurately.
Or they put the burden on the creditor to get their money back from the bank for some reason.
The UCC's recoupment provisions and the tax reporting requirements under 1099 OID and 1099 demonstrate the creditor's rights and the obligations financial entities have in these transactions. Want to learn more? Visit
No.
realworldfair.com or walkernoahgroup.com. Loans, fraud, and the color of law.
Oh boy.
How banks mislead borrowers. When a purported borrower takes out a loan from a bank, it may appear that the bank is lending its own money. However, under 12 U.S.C. Section 83, banks are prohibited from lending their own funds. Instead, they use the purported borrower's promissory note as collateral to create credit, not using their own capital. This
Hold on. All right, see, he's citing a statute. 12 USC 83. So it doesn't. Okay, let's rehear what he claims that 12 USC 83 says.
Section 83, banks are prohibited from lending their own funds.
That is incorrect. That is patently incorrect. I'm looking at 12 USC 83 right now. Let me change the browser input so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Hang on. USC 83. No national bank shall make any loan or discount on the security of the shares of its own capital stock. That doesn't say they can't. It means that they can't issue loans on its own stock, not on its own general fund. A bank's stock is separate from its reserve cash. You morons.
However,
so no, that 12 USC 83 doesn't say that.
Under 12 USC Section 83, banks are prohibited from lending their own funds. Instead, they use the purported borrower's promissory note as
No, they're prohibited from lending using their own stock as collateral, you freaking idiots.
Collateral to create credit, not using their own capital. This process lacks transparency, leading to non-disclosure and fraud, which may render such.
Did he just?
They use the purported borrower's promissory note as collateral to create credit, not using their own capital.
That's the correct. See, you see the weasel words. Now he says capital. A bank's capital is not the same thing as their stock.
This process lacks transparency, leading to non-disclosure and fraud, which may render such agreements void ab initio, invalid from the outset. How the scheme works. The purported loan you receive from banks like Sierra Pacific Mortgage Company, SoFi, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, San Diego County Credit Union, Georgia's own credit union, and other are absolutely not a loan, but rather a return of your own equity and a swap of your valuable promissory note for a credit. A simple currency exchange, and 99% of the people in the United States don't comprehend this and fall.
Isn't it part of their capital? Capital means cash. In my understanding, capital and finance bros in the chat can correct me. Capital to me sounds like it's meant to be liquid cash that they're able to use in furtherance of the bank's interests. Stock, they have to sell that first before they can utilize it as collateral. Or not use it. Yeah, before they can use it as collateral. They have to sell that stock.
All victim to coercion and extortion every single day. The purported loan is actually based on your own credit and financial signature. The bank essentially monetizes your promissory note as an asset but fails to disclose these details to you, lacking the full disclosure and transparency required by law. Has JP Morgan Chase Bank, Sierra Pacific Mortgage Company, or Wells Fargo disclosed the fact that they never credited your accounts? What is the color of law? The term color of law refers to actions that appear to be legally justified but are used to violate or infringe upon legal rights. Banks, in this context, misrepresent the loan process by pretending they are providing their own money when they are actually using the purported borrower's promissory note to create credit.
No, doesn't even make sense. They're just creating money. Where are they getting the money? Did they just enter numbers in a computer screen? If so, did this fraud only exist at the start of electronic banking? Did this fraud not exist in areas where there wasn't, Swift or whatever the hell they use now?
The loan process and the lack of full disclosure. When a purported borrower signs a loan agreement, the bank deposits the promissory note as an asset and creates credit based on that note. The funds credited to the purported borrower's account do not come from the bank's reserves but are generated from the note. This method, while consistent with fractional reserve banking, is not fully disclosed to the purported borrower. Without this disclosure, the bank's actions technically constitute fraud, as the purported borrower is misled into believing they are receiving the bank's own money, and thus they feel obligated to pay it back. This deceit and lack of essential information makes the agreement also technically void ab initio, void from the beginning. Have they informed you that your promissory note is treated as an asset and not a liability? Did they reveal that, by law, the purported borrower, you, is actually the creditor? Legal...
No, it's not an asset, it's a liability! It's a liability for you! The bank could treat it. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna end up saying something wrong out of just pure confusion because this guy's confusing the hell out of me. They have the obligation to pay. It's a liability for us, the borrower. For the bank, the creditor, the promissory note can be an asset, but if I go bunk, then the bank is out that money.
Remedies for purported borrowers. Demand complete and full disclosure. Purported borrowers can request all loan details under consumer protection laws. If the bank fails to disclose that the purported borrower's note funds the loan, the borrower may challenge the validity of the...
No, and again, this and doing this crap. This is what gurus teach at these get out of your mortgage scam seminars. They tell people, request all the full loan details on the bank, and if it doesn't explicitly say that the money
to disclose that the purported borrower's note funds the loan, the borrower may challenge the validity of the contract. Invoke UCC and common law protections. The Uniform Commercial Code, UCC, covers negotiable instruments like promissory notes. If the bank's conduct violates these provisions,
this is actually really good, but this is too sweet. I need a beer. I need a beer to handle this. I don't need... this is like hard nectar. It's actually really good. But I need a beer to handle this. I can't handle this, something sweet like this. I may have to take a walk to the local shop.
Purported borrower may seek to void the contract or obtain relief under the UCC. Fraudulent inducement to contract can also be addressed under common law. Cite the agreement's void status. An agreement lacking full disclosure may be considered void ab initio. Courts often rule in favor of borrowers who can demonstrate that they were misled or that material facts were withheld. Legally claim the assets and be the executor of your own estate. The purported borrower can assert control over their assets and act as the executor of their own estate, taking charge of their financial matters legally. File a lawsuit. If fraud or misrepresentation is evident, the purported borrower has the option to file a lawsuit against the bank for damages and to seek remedies under applicable state and federal laws. Conclusion. Banks cannot legally lend their own money as...
No! You're wrong! He's wrong! Do not do this! He's giving legal advice! Do not do this!
Stipulated by 12 U.S.C. Section 83. By engaging in fraud and deceit and failing to disclose this and misrepresenting the nature of loans and financial products, banks like Sierra Pacific Mortgage Company...
The problem here, again, this is the problem that I have with sovereign citizens, I have several problems with sovereign citizens. But one of the fundamental core axioms of sovereign citizen ideology is that they start at a fundamentally incorrect premise and they build an entire lore behind that incorrect premise. The incorrect premise here is him saying that under 12 USC 83, banks are forbidden from using their own capital to lend money. That is incorrect. What 12 USC 83 says is that a bank cannot make any loan using its own stock as collateral, as security.
SoFi,
Stock is not capital.
JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, San Diego County Credit Union, Georgia's own credit union, and other, operate under the color of law, misleading purported borrowers into thinking they receive bank funds. This lack of full disclosure constitutes fraud, making such agreements potentially void ab initio. Understanding your rights, including legal remedies such as claiming your assets, filing lawsuits, and invoking UCC provisions, is vital to protect yourself from these practices. For more information on remedies, law, add topics such as these, visit realworldfair.com or walkernovagrip.com.
Shut the hell up.
Tacit agreement, acquiescence,
Oh god, another AI voice. All right, new one.
and tacit procuration, understanding silence and payment in contracts. Contracts, legally binding agreements between parties, are often formed through mutual consent, typically involving an offer and acceptance. Silence, known as tacit agreement, acquiescence, or tacit procuration,
No! Stop doing that! Stop! Stop! The whole silence is acceptance thing is another hallmark of SovCit bullshittery. Because it's only in certain very narrow circumstances. But usually you could say silence is acceptance only when there is an underlying act that can be demonstrated to show that party A accepted the agreement. Okay, I need beer. Okay, I will be right back. I need beer. I'll be back.
can also legally
This is actual torture. I'll be right back. The store is like 3 minutes away. I'll be right back. Hold the fort, Katie.
there was much rejoicing.
I'm back. Where's my cat? Mike. Uh-oh. Oh no, I think he got out. Oh no. Oh no, my cat got out. Oh fuck. My door was open when I left. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh no. Hold on. Um, here. That's no problem. Mike. Oh, thank God. I found him. It's okay. I'm okay. He's being a black void under the bed. We're good. Okay. Okay, I'm good. All right, we're good. Y'all can see me, right? Okay. Yeah. All right, we're okay. We're all good now. We're all fine now. When I walked back into the building, my door was open, like it was straight up open, and so I got scared. The thing is that luckily, most for Maik and Serana, they don't normally. They've never like dashed out before. Obviously, I can't rely on that. So I'd never really had a scare that if I leave my door open for like, you know, a couple of seconds or extended number of seconds, I'm not worried about them like running away. But yeah, I was scared. Yeah. You know, the thing is, Maik, he's the kind of cat that would be curious. He'd like step out to be curious, but then would probably go back in. But bear in mind, both of them are chipped, so I don't have to worry about that. They're both. Oh fuck, they are chipped. I just need to get a vet out and make sure that they get the codes for them, the serial numbers, whatever. Anyway, all right, let's go back to Pain.
Bind parties to contract terms.
A U.S. citizen is a type of ens legis, which is a legal entity or
There it is. Here we go. There was a super chat. Artie is a putz. Good for you, Corgi dude. Thank you, M3 for the $5. And Corgi dude, thank you for the 34 months. I already know you're a lawyer, but you're wrong. /S. Thank you very much. All right. Artificial entity. Let's go.
artificial person created by the state. This ens legis operates exclusively in the public realm, where all interactions and activities are governed by statutory rules, regulations, and commercial laws. It is essentially the player piece needed to navigate the public side of society, as everything in the public is commercial in nature. The U.S. citizen is not a living, breathing individual, but rather a fictional.
A U.S. citizen is a title, is a denomination. I mean, if you could say that a U.S. citizen is a fictional entity, but then you basically are saying everything that is in flesh and blood is a fictional entity created by man. The concept of relationships, the denotion of mother and father is an artificial entity. And what those terms represent are artificial.
Entity similar to a company, trust, corporation, or other artificial construct recognized by the state. The living man or woman, the natural breathing human being, controls and directs the U.S. citizen, ens legis,
when they choose to interact with the public side. For example, when a person engages in commerce, opens a bank account, files taxes, or signs legal contracts, they are acting through the U.S. citizen, the ens legis, to comply with the commercial and statutory requirements set by the government. However, the living man or woman has a choice. They can operate in the private side where they do not use the U.S. citizen, but instead act as a sovereign being, free from the obligations and restrictions that come with engaging.
There it is. And there it is.
Citizen, but instead act as a sovereign being, free from
the obligations and restrictions. Free from having to do shit to enjoy the civil society that you live in.
Obligations and restrictions that come with engaging as an ens legis. In this private capacity, they maintain their natural rights and are not automatically bound by public statutes unless they voluntarily consent.
No, that's incorrect. It is called the social contract. And it's how any kind of society can possibly function in any meaningful way. The state does not require your express consent for you to enforce its laws against you. States, as in nations, countries, recognize each other. It's sort of like as a mutual understanding. So the concept of sovereign borders is a concept that's recognized internationally. If it's not recognized internationally, we'd still be in conflict with everywhere, everything, and anything. So with these agreements, these states, these nations, you know what? I don't even know why I am bothering with this, because by the fact that I'm going into this is kind of making the SovCit win, because now I'm engaging in political philosophy and not the brass tacks of the practical realities on the ground. The reality is, you're in this country, you are obligated to follow the laws of the representative of the particular political entities that have jurisdiction, geographic and territorial jurisdiction. To be the city, state, and nation. You don't like it? Leave. Go to international waters.
Therefore, the U.S. citizen is simply the interface or vehicle controlled by the living man or woman to function in the public commercial world. Understanding this relationship allows the individual to choose when and how they wish to engage
Nimrod,
in
thank you for the
public
27
side,
months.
maintaining their autonomy when they operate privately. Imagine you're playing a big board game. In this game, you need a special piece to move around the board and play. That piece is usually called an ens legis, or individual, or person, or trust, or company. But here's the
Is that God of War?
trick. It's not a real piece. It's a pretend one, like a character in a video game, and the character can only interact with other face characters on the public.
Or a raider? Oh, I think it's a raider from Fallout.
The pretend one, like a character in a video game, and the character can only interact with other face characters on the public side of the game. It's also called a U.S. citizen. This U.S. citizen isn't a real person. It's a fake, dead thing, like a puppet or a trust, corporation, or individual that only exists in the game's rules. Now, every time you do something in the game, like buy an automobile, buy a home, open a checking account or bank account, get a credit card or loan, go to school, or get a job, you're using this fake piece called a U.S. citizen. The people who run the game, like the government and their companies, expect you to know it exists separately from you for interaction on the public side of the game.
It doesn't exist separately from you.
And they expect you to know exactly how to reserve your rights and use it because everything is commercial, meaning it's
No,
all
it's
about
not.
trading, buying, and selling. In fact, according to 27 CFR section 72.11, just a
No, you dumbass! Okay, I know exactly where he's going. Hey, Fairy Dust. I see you in Twitch. All right. 27 CFR. This is another off-sided bullshit.
about all crimes are reserve your rights and use it because everything is commercial, meaning it's all about trading, buying, and selling. In fact, according to 27 CFR section 72.11, just about all crimes are considered commercial in nature. This means
Ah,
that
you
even actions that
weaselly
seem
little
like crimes are commercial
asshole!
transactions.
He said just about. You just hear what he said? He weaseled out of saying just about. So, oh, wait. So not all crimes are commercial, you moron. Uh, 27 CFR section 72.11 is out of the regulations for the for ATF. The problem is, like, any of the following crimes, federal or state, or it defines what are commercial crimes. Any of the following types of crimes, federal or state: offenses against revenue laws, tax laws. So, yeah. Burglary, potentially. I feel like burglary doesn't necessarily have to involve a transaction, because when you breaking and entering into a house to commit a felony, the felony doesn't necessarily have to be transactional. It doesn't have to be a robbery. Counterfeiting, transactional. Forgery, transactional. Kidnapping, cross state lines. Larceny, stealing. Robbery, taking from somebody. Sale or possession of deadly weapons, again, commercial transactions. Prostitution, again, solicitation, you're exchanging for services. Extortion, swindling, confidence games, and any attempting to commit, conspiring to commit, or compelling any of the foregoing crimes. What's missing from there? Assault, battery, murder, rape, arson. So it's missing a whole lot of other crimes. So this whole idea that all crimes are commercial is bullshit just from that alone. Moving on.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. However, this game has two sides, the public side and the private side. On the public side, everyone can see you and interact with you using your U.S. citizen piece. But the private side is where real people like you exist away from the game. In this private realm, the rules are different, and you can make choices that are not dictated by the commercial game. But if you don't know you're using this piece, they treat you like you don't know how to play. In legal words, they call you incompetent. When they say you're
incompetent, you don't know what you're saying, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Incompetent, they give you a guardian called a lawyer.
A lawyer is not your guardian. You can have a guardian ad litem, which is defined as a lawyer, but that is meant intentionally for somebody who is actually incompetent, like an elderly person going through Alzheimer's or dementia, or a child or minor child, like who's underage. Those could they could be called guardian ad litems, but they're not a guardian, as in like the lawyer doesn't become your parent, or what you and I may classify or might identify as a guardian.
However, it's important to note that lawyers have a duty not just to their clients, but also to the court.
Yes, true. We have an obligation to not to be respectful to the court and to opposing counsel, and we have a duty of zealous advocacy for a client, but not to the point where we are breaking ethics rules in furtherance of that zealous advocacy.
In fact, according to 4 attorney and client 7 CJS and 2 to 3 attorney and client 7 CJS, a client represented by an attorney at law is considered a ward of the court.
Oh my
This
God.
means the attorney is obligated to place the interests of the court first, above even the interests of the client. The client is thus in a diminished position.
Because again, we're not going to commit crimes or commit ethics violations in furtherance of our clients.
Of authority over their own case once representation is retained. If you don't know you have this piece, you might accidentally pledge yourself as something like collateral. That's like promising to pay off things you didn't know you agreed to. And here's another secret of the game.
Oh,
If
yeah?
there's no real harm, like no one got hurt or nothing got damaged, you can often settle the situation with just a signature or by giving permission. It's like using a magic wand to fix things as long as you know what you're doing, and there is no verified injured party.
No injured party.
So it's important to know that there's a difference between being
Ace
a
eye.
U.S. citizen, the game piece, and a real man or woman. The U.S. citizen is just the player piece for the board game called Commerce. If you don't know how to play, you might get tricked into thinking the game piece is the real you, which can lead to problems. By understanding the public and private
It's
sides
part
of this
of
game,
you.
you can make better choices and avoid getting caught in the traps set by those who control the rules. Want to learn more? Visit realworldfair.com.
All right, I can only take one more of these. This is it. My blood pressure's already at a heightened state. I can only do one more of these, and we're done. I need to watch something funny.
House Joint Resolution 192 of 1933 Public Law 73
Oh, there's music now.
and the removal of gold from America. A long time ago, back in 1933, the government had a big money problem. They couldn't pay their bills, so they declared bankruptcy. To fix
No, they
things, they
didn't.
created new
The government did not go bankrupt in 1933. They were in a crisis, and parts of and because at the time we The U.S. dollar was backed by gold. The U.S. wanted to prevent gold from leaving our shores. So that's what House Joint Resolution 193 was all about.
New rules. One of these was called Executive Order 6102, which made U.S. citizens turn in their gold coins and bars. In exchange, they received paper money called Federal Reserve.
Again, because at the time our currency was backed by gold, they needed to reserve that the gold stockpile in the country.
Notes. But here's the key part. This rule only applied to U.S. citizens, not to private citizens who knew they were different from that legal status.
Ooh, they're different. They're not like them other citizens.
Most people didn't know the difference between the public and private sides of the law, so they unknowingly volunteered to give up their gold. By not understanding the difference, they became their ens legis, also known as their straw man.
Straw man!
Or trust, or bank, or corporation, or individual. It is the fake version of themselves, whether they consciously know it or no.
Where the hell does he get this B-roll footage?
The U.S. citizen is a legal person and a fiction and entity. By volunteering to turn in their gold, these people also agreed to use Federal Reserve notes instead of lawful money, which is gold and silver-backed. They entered into a contract without even realizing it.
There's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that requires U.S. currency to be backed by gold or silver. Nothing.
The contract is law and enforceable. Once all the gold was collected, it was removed from circulation, and the country was taken off the gold standard. This meant that gold no longer backed up the money people used. With the gold gone, the government could only offer paper money as promises, not real money. That's where House Joint Resolution HJR 192 of June 5, 1933, Public Law 73-10 came in. This law made it illegal for anyone to demand payment in a specific currency or coin. It stated, every provision can...
No, it negated contracts in which gold or silver was the method of exchange.
...contained in or made with respect...
Again, this is about keeping as much gold within the shores of the United States as possible so that gold didn't leave our shores.
...to any obligation which purports to give the obligee a right to require payment in gold or a particular kind of coin or
yes, Pope, you're correct.
Currency, or in an amount of money of the United States measured thereby, is declared to be against public policy.
Yes!
And no such provision shall be united the right to require. Every provision contained in or made with respect to any obligation which purports to give the obligee a right to require payment in gold or a particular kind of coin or currency, or in an amount of money of the United States measured thereby, is declared to be against public policy, and no such provision shall be contained in or made with respect to any obligation hereafter incurred. This meant that all debts would be discharged dollar for dollar, using whatever currency was legal tender at the time, since there was no real money anymore.
No, that's not... Did you not understand what you just read? It said that contracts in which gold was used as a method of payment could not be honored. And I'm pretty sure it only meant for international contracts. So that the gold did not leave the United States because it's 1933, the Great Depression.
That includes bills of exchange, bankers' acceptances, endorsements, trade acceptances, bond stamps, money orders, notes, and more. Everything became part of a commercial system based on trading promises, and the government's promises, Federal Reserve notes, were the new currency. What are the promises backed by? You, all of your assets, all your labor, your future labor, and the labor of your children.
Yet the full faith and credit of the United States. You know what else our money is backed by? Our military-industrial complex, okay?
And every descendant of it to come. The law further explicitly stipulated that 18 U.S. Code Section 8 defines an obligation or other security of the United States, as including all sorts of paper like bonds, Federal Reserve notes, Treasury notes, and checks. The code specifically states, the term obligation or other security of the United States includes all bonds, certificates of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve notes, Federal Reserve bank notes, coupons, United States notes, Treasury notes, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposit, bills, checks, or drafts for money, drawn by or upon authorized officers of the United States, stamps and other representatives of value, of whatever denomination, issued under any act of Congress, and canceled United States stamps. When a company sends you a bill in the mail, that is technically the obligation of the United States, given they're holding all of your assets and have not provided you with any...
Oh my... Again, this is part of the scam. This is part of the scam that they're doing. And this is why... And so now you understand why when you see in SovCit videos, whenever they get like a utility bill, They say, this is the A for V scam. Then they get a utility bill. They go, accepted for value, blah, 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 blah. And then they reference U.S. Treasury. And then they're basically telling the utility company, go to the U.S. Treasury. They're the ones who are supposed to pay because they have all the assets. I don't have anything. That's the argument. It's so stupid. It makes no sense.
Lawful money of substance, backed by gold and silver. They, the government / a federal corporation, are holding all of the assets. He who has the gold pays the bill or provides an exemption or remedy, endorsing the negotiable instrument and returning to the sender for settlement and satisfaction of any.
I don't know if this guy understands that people actually can own gold. Private citizens. I don't know why that's another thing too. I don't know why this guy thinks that HJR 192 and those other citations meant that private citizens can no longer own gold. You absolutely can still own gold as a private citizen.
Any obligation is a valid tender of payment and discharges any related obligation and/or debt. Furthermore, UCC Section 3 to 311 and 3 to 603 expressly stipulates there is discharge if payment is refused or simply delivered with a statement indicating the tender of payment was delivered in full satisfaction. For those that have the eyes and intelligence and will to see, it is obvious the law supports that engaging in commerce within the United States and demanding payments in a specific currency is illegal and against public policy. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934 further enforced this, declaring that any obligation requiring payment in gold was against.
And so he cites, that is the codification of HJR 192. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934, that is the codification of House Joint Resolution 1933, or 192. So he knows that. So
1934 further enforced this, declaring that any obligation requiring payment in gold was against public policy. It stated, A. Every provision contained in or made with respect to any obligation which purports to give the obligee a right to require payment in gold or a particular kind of coin or currency of the United States, or in an amount in money of the United States measured thereby, is declared to be against public policy. B. Every obligation, heretofore or hereafter incurred, shall be discharged upon payment, dollar for dollar, in any coin or currency which at the time of payment is legal tender for public and private debts. Another important resolution, House Joint Resolution 348 Public Resolution, number 63, declared that provisions known as gold clauses were against public policy. It prohibited their use in future obligations and ensured that all types of legal tender issued by the United States, whether backed by gold or not, would be treated equally as payment for debts. It also provided...
Again, I've already stated this before, I'll just say it again. It basically means that gold contracts which mandate that debts be repaid in gold were against public policy and therefore would not be recognized. And it basically said that all other debts or collection of debts should be made backed by legal tender, FRNs, fiat currency, whatever boogeyman, anarcho-libertarian bullshit you want to say. That would be valid. And that'd be an acceptable method of payment.
Provided that the government would continue to pay all its debts in lawful money, dollar for dollar. It explained, the lawful holder of the coins or currencies of the United States shall be entitled to exchange them, dollar for other coins or currencies which may be lawfully acquired and are legal tender for public and private debts. In line with this, Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution states,
Oh God, there it
no
is!
state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque and reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto
No state! Keyword! State!
law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. This highlights that the only lawful money the states can use is gold and silver. However, since all the gold was taken away, people ended up using Federal Reserve notes, a private paper currency aka medium of exchange. Backed by the government's promises and collateralized by assets Americans pledged by way of their U.S. citizen, instead of real assets. Because most people didn't understand the private and public sides of the law, they unknowingly merged themselves with a fake creation U.S. citizen status, becoming legally tied to the obligations of this fake identity. By doing so, they allowed themselves to be used as collateral, paying off the government's debts with their labor, time, and sometimes
This music is way too epic for this mundane bullshit that we're listening to.
Even their freedom. Additionally, the government holds title to everything, cars, homes, and even some personal items. What people think they own is actually held by the government as a way to secure the nation's debts. The nation being the federal corporation called the United States, that is not the same thing as the United States of America.
United States is just a shorthand for United States of America. It's not a federal corporation.
This setup shows how everything in the public world is pledged as security for debts, and the commercial system operates entirely on these pledges. Summary. To sum up, all debts today are just contracts and authorizations based on promises, not real money. HJR 192 of 1933, Public Law 73 to 10, and other
He's just repeating himself now.
laws confirm that the government is required to discharge debts dollar for dollar, since there's no gold or real money backing the currency anymore.
No, that it does not say that.
However, the system relies on people not knowing this difference. And if they don't, they get merged with their U.S. citizen status and are made to pay these debts. To change this,
Why does he put...
and if they don't, they get merged with their U.S. citizen status and are made to pay these debts.
Why does he put B-roll footage of a grocery store here when he's saying this? He's effectively saying that you should be allowed to go to the grocery store and buy whatever the hell you want and just put it on the U.S. Treasury, put it on the obligation of the U.S. Treasury to pay it. He wants this free shit. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. They want their free shit. That's it. That's all what these scams are about. I want my free money. That's what it is. That's all it comes down to.
To change this, people must understand the difference between their private rights and the public obligations tied to the U.S. citizen status. Only by reclaiming their private status and protecting their rights can they avoid becoming part of a system where their time, labor, and freedom are pledged as collateral for government debts. Want to learn more or interested in claiming your estate and all of your assets? Visit Real World.
Shut up. Just shut the hell up. All right. I'm going to put this away. Van Balian have anything new? Tribal police. All right, let's watch it.
I call myself a...
Oh boy, here we go. Call yourself your mom? How about that?
a divine being, I guess. Okay. Violating my due process. You read me my rights.
Right now.
Read me my rights.
You have the right to hop out of the vehicle.
I have the right to remain silent. I have the right...
You don't have to break your window, but if that's where we have to...
Why would you break my window?
I shouldn't be doing this. I told myself I wasn't doing these body cam videos anymore, but I am. This is a sovereign citizen.
Welcome back to the Van Balian channel, guys. Today we head to Minnesota for a video where a self-proclaimed state national and divine being tries to use TikTok law and gaslighting when she gets pulled over for suspected driving under the influence by tribal police officers. And of course it goes about as well as you would expect. Right, let's get into the video.
How are you doing tonight?
Good, are you?
Hi.
I'm great.
Officer Tony with the Milwaukee Tribal Police Department. The reason I'm stopping you is because you're failing to maintain lane. You keep drifting over the fog line. Is there any reason for that?
Wait, what did he say?
Failing to maintain lane. You keep drifting over the fog line.
Oh, failure to maintain lane. Yeah, tribal cops, I feel like in the few instances that we've seen tribal cops, they really don't mess around.
Is there any reason for that?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
It's illegal.
What?
It's illegal to drift over the fog line.
To drift over the fog line? What if I'm going over the fog line to avoid a bump or because there's a car coming or...
Well,
what if I have reason to do that?
well, it's still illegal. You still can't do that.
I can't do it?
Correct. You cannot.
So what happens if I do?
Jan P, question. She's asking them to tell her rights. Is that under current legislation or common law? Because if it's under current law, you don't have those rights. Am I right? So, well, she's wrong in the first instance that they're not obligated to read her rights while she's in the vehicle. Your police are only obligated to provide. Well, it depends on the state. It can depend on the state, and it can depend on the department's policy. But according to SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, which is like the floor, the benchmark, the foundation, a police department or police officer is not obligated to provide somebody or read somebody their Miranda rights unless they are intent on questioning them or conducting an interrogation. They're not. They don't have to read them the rights before they're arrested. They don't have to read them the rights after they're handcuffed and arrested. It's when they're, according to SCOTUS, it's only when they're being questioned is when they're obligated to provide them with their Miranda rights. That is a common, and that's a common, and that SCOTUS thing, that's a common law requirement. Now, some states may have passed legislation that obligates the police to give them their Miranda rights at the point of arrest, upon being handcuffed. It could be. I don't know if there are states that do that. Well, yeah, Jan, we all know this. Sovereign citizens, they want the protections that the laws provide within the jurisdiction, but they don't want any of the obligations.
Do it.
Then you get pulled over, and you could get a ticket for it.
Well, I mean, how can you say that I can't do that?
I could say that because you can't. It's illegal. What do you mean?
I mean, I don't understand how, like,
It's against the law.
to avoid bumps and to...
Thank you for the 54 months,
Over the white
Deacon.
fog line.
What if there's something that jumps out on the road on me, or there's a person walking or something?
Right behind you.
I mean, there could be hypothetical situations that may necessitate that, lady, but none of those are in play right now. We're not talking about a hypothetical situation, I don't think.
Okay, that wasn't the case, was it?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I think it means the hypothetical you're proposing to divert away from the likely reason for the manner of your driving is just that, a hypothetical.
I mean, I'm not sure what you mean.
Well,
Was
you're
there a
the
person
one that
crossed
stopped
over?
me.
I'm asking you the reason why you crossed over the fog line.
I don't think that I was just staying on the right side a little bit, and I like to be on the right side, not the left side. It seems safer to me to be a little bit over the right side. Your lights were bright in my rear view mirror a little bit.
Okay.
I was kind of wondering if you were a cop, but you know what I mean? I'm not really sure that that's something that is something that I shouldn't do. I feel like if I, feel more comfortable right there. I wasn't in the ditch. I wasn't going over the yellow line, was I?
You were not. It was the fog
Okay.
line, the white line.
Okay.
So what you're basically saying is the police officer made you commit the traffic violation. Yeah, right. I'm sure the crazy Karens who follow you on Facebook will lap this up, but I don't think this cop or the judge is going to buy it.
Do you have your license proof of insurance?
I'm sure I do somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Can I get your license proof of
Did
insurance?
you guys, like, you're creeping me out.
How about you step out of the car, please?
I don't want to step out.
Please step out of the car.
I don't want to.
Step out of the car, please.
Are
I'm not
you-
going to talk to you.
Did
You're
somebody
gonna-
call me in for something? Did somebody get hurt?
So legally, I have the right to tell you to step out of the car.
Oh, she's doing the thing.
Well-
Supreme Court has said we could do that. It's Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Pen v. Mims.
That's a-
Well, there's other Supreme Court law that says otherwise, and I have rights.
Oh, yeah?
In a previous
Name them.
Facebook
Name them. The cop named their citation. You name yours. That contradicts the cops.
live traffic stop, she cited Brown versus Texas as an excuse why she didn't need to
Well, shut the hell up, Van.
identify.
You really need my name? Like, Brown versus Texas gives me the right to not give you my name, unless there's been a crime
Oh, God, she has a child with her. Great.
committed, and you just are accusing me of things at this point.
In that traffic stop, she was pulled over for driving without a license, which she received a citation for, so it didn't apply then, and if that is the case she was referring to, it doesn't apply now because she has allegedly committed a traffic violation, whereas Pennsylvania versus Mims, of course, does apply because she's refusing to cooperate, which can jeopardize officer safety.
Well, the thing is, Van, I finally get to school you, is Penn v. Mims doesn't even obligate a difficult driver or a driver who's being non-compliant in any other respect. An officer can ask somebody to step out of the vehicle for any reason because it's inherently acceptable for officer safety. That's my read of Miranda versus, not Miranda, of Penn v. Mims, is that the officer does not need some sort of like articulable bases to require somebody to get out of the vehicle. It's inherent that it's inherent on obligation. It's inherent within that it's a matter of officer safety. Does PEA versus MIMS apply in reservations? Yes. All federal law does apply to reservations.
Step out of the car.
I have rights.
Green
Are you?
nose.
Can you read me my rights, please?
Step out of the car.
If you're gonna, if you
I should scratch that. I think most federal law does apply on reservations. Actually, I think it depends on the agreement between that particular reservation and the government. But I think there was a congressional law. There's a law passed by Congress that required every reservation to adhere to the Bill of Rights and whatever common law that comes through that. Penn v. Mims being one of them. You're right. It depends on the tribe. But I think Congress passed a law that required all tribes to adhere to the Bill of Rights and the common law that comes from it.
if you're taking me out of my car, I need you to read me my rights.
Step out of the car. You're gonna get pulled out.
Can I just give you my license
Tribal law is its own niche thing that I know almost nothing about. So don't take my word for it.
and insurance like you asked?
Except for that Congress law.
Step out of the car. You're gonna get pulled out of the
I
car.
don't feel like I need to get... Why would you pull me out for this?
You
What
stay
did I
here,
do?
Unlock your squad.
What did I do?
Step out of the car.
What did I do? I can give you ID. I didn't refuse that. I did not refuse that. I will. Will you give me a minute to shut your lights off?
No.
You know, this is like I have rights, and you're kind of violating it. It's like you have no right to stop me over something.
Are you like a sovereign citizen or what?
Yeah. No, not a.
No, she admitted it. Oh no.
Something.
Are you like a sovereign citizen or what?
Yeah. No, not a sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. Why would you say that even?
Well, because a lot of people identify with like sovereign citizen movement. Are you like a? What do you call yourself?
Sovereign.
I call myself a
Are you part of
a divine being, I guess.
Divine being. Yeah, there it is.
A divine being.
So she's an unsure divine being and, according to this video, a self-proclaimed state national.
I'm a state national, so you don't have your power over me, I feel like that. You think I do because I'm...
But she's definitely not a sovereign citizen, guys, even though she's using the sovereign citizen script. Either way, traffic laws apply to you whether you like it or not.
Are you going to take this?
Yeah, I'm going to take it if you give it to me.
I don't really want to give it to you, but because you're forcing me. You're forcing me. You threatened to take me out of my car, right?
Yep.
Like, that wasn't very nice of
You're
you.
still going to step out of your car.
That wasn't very nice of you. I don't want to be pulled out of my car. I don't. What?
What's wrong?
What's wrong is I'm just trying to get to go over. I need to put my kid on the bus in the morning. He's stopping me for going over a fog line or something. He's making this up. He's accusing me of things that I didn't do. I'm like, does he have any actual evidence? Did somebody call me in for this? Did I hurt somebody? I have rights here. And if you're not going to read me my rights, then why would I get out of my car?
What do you mean read your rights?
Well, why would he ask me to... You're stopping me. I have every right to keep going.
That has to be the dumbest 30 seconds
What the did I just hear?
of sovereign citizen Karen derp I've ever heard. So much so that it's worth a replay. And then a quick breakdown.
What?
What's wrong?
What's wrong is I'm just trying to get to go over. I need to put my kid on the bus in the morning. He's stopping me for going over a fog line or something. He's making this
I don't think the cops are going to keep you for the entirety of the night so that you can't get your kids to the school bus in the morning.
up. He's accusing me of things that I didn't do. I'm like, does he have any actual evidence? Did somebody call me in for this? Did I hurt somebody?
An officer does not have to get some third party witness to a crime. The officer has two eyeballs. They could see it themselves and make the accusation. They would be the complaining witness.
I have rights here. And if you're not going to read me my rights, then why would I get out of my car?
What do you mean read your?
An officer is not obligated to read your Miranda rights to ask you to step out of the vehicle.
Right.
Well, why would he ask me to? You're stopping me. I have every right to keep going.
Using your kid to gain sympathy and as an excuse for why you shouldn't be held accountable is pretty low. She then tries to minimise the alleged offence, which the officer was making up anyway, demands a standard of evidence that isn't required or she knows isn't available, while ignoring the evidence from the actual witness. Demands her rights, then immediately shows she doesn't understand them by demanding they read her Miranda rights. Did I miss anything?
I think what he was asking you for was your identification, correct?
Is that a good enough ID?
Yep, you have proof of insurance?
Yeah, on my phone. Oh, I probably have it in my purse too. I probably have it in here. But I don't want to get out. And I don't think you should force somebody to get out for some fog line anything. I have rights.
Ma'am.
And you have responsibilities, and I understand that, and I appreciate you being
My name
here.
is Officer Damon Schwartz. I work for the Lax Tribal Police Department.
Okay.
I'm informing you that lawfully you are required to exit the vehicle. Okay?
That's a toothbrush.
If you do not comply with commands, you will be placed under arrest for obstructing legal process. I don't want to arrest you.
Didn't obstruct legal process, you guys.
If refusing to step out of your vehicle after you've been given numerous lawful orders to do so isn't the very definition of obstructing the legal process, I don't know what is.
Hey, step out.
I
Party
didn't-
has instructed
I-
you to exit the vehicle. If you do not comply, you will be removed from the vehicle. Okay?
You're really gonna remove me from the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Step out for now.
There's no reason to take me out. I'm complying. I am complying.
Step out of the vehicle.
I'm not trying to be stopped.
You're not complaining. You're not stepping out of the vehicle.
I don't think I need to.
have
You're
to.
scaring me.
By law,
You guys, there's like 6 or 7 of you.
Because you're not
You have
listening to
guns.
Complains about how many officers are there with guns, but 2 minutes from now suggests calling 911 for more officers, with guns. Yeah, make that make sense.
Listen.
You came out so fast. I've only been on for a few minutes.
You have been given lawful orders to exit the vehicle.
Hey, Karina,
You
welcome.
comply or you will be removed.
And you're gonna let me leave then?
Glad to see you live.
We're going to exit the vehicle.
What are you gonna do with me if I exit the vehicle? What are you gonna do with me, you guys?
We'll come back here and we'll chat. And we will
We'll
I don't
chat.
wanna- we can chat here.
exit the vehicle.
We can chat right here. I'm talking to you just fine.
Lisa, you need to exit the vehicle, okay? I need to make sure you're not impaired.
I'm not impaired. Look at me. I'm talking just fine to you.
The whole way up here, okay?
I what?
You're crossing the full
Your lights were bright in my eye, and I have every right to
to
swerve over Eddie.
If that's the case, we're gonna figure that out. Hey, please step out for us. But you need to step out, okay?
You're violating my due process. You read me my rights.
Step out of the car right now.
Read me my rights.
You have the right to hop out of the vehicle.
She also has the right to remain silent, as she herself is about to point out. Unfortunately, it's a moot point because she lacks the ability.
I have the right to remain silent, and I have the right.
You have to break your window, but if that's where we have to
Why
go,
would
let's
you
go
break
with
my
it, okay?
window?
Because we're telling you to leave, get out of the vehicle, and if you don't get out of the vehicle, your window will
Is
be
there?
broken.
Can I call 911 for myself, please?
No.
You're scaring the heck out of me.
That's another crime.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to be here for me.
They are there for you. In fact, all their attention is on you at the moment. They also have a duty to protect the public from you if it turns out you're driving under the influence.
So why don't you just do what he's asking? Come on.
Because you guys are scaring me. I don't think you're gonna let me leave. I have a kid. I have to get on the bus. I have things I have to do.
Brother, ma'am, this could have been likely either a warning or a simple citation, and you would have been on your way. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're a sovereign citizen, which probably means that you don't have a license, registration, or insurance on your vehicle. Okay, so then, yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to leave. Probably not.
The faster you comply, the faster you get out of here.
No, because I'm scared you're gonna try to accuse me of more things.
Or maybe you're afraid of what they might find during the inevitable search of the vehicle. Who knows?
That's
If you don't comply with their orders, you're going to get arrested for obstructing. You need to step out of the vehicle.
your eyes are very dilated. Holy cow.
Says the lady suspected of driving under the influence.
It's like, I was gonna say, says you. What the hell?
I'm not reaching. I'm just. Have you seen that?
Listen to me clearly one more time. I'm gonna ask you one more time to get out. If you do not get out, I'm gonna tell you you're under arrest. Okay? Get out of the car.
You're gonna let me leave after this.
Get out of the car, Lisa. You have 3 seconds.
Why do you have to be like that?
Because that's the way of the law.
Why do you have to? What's your name, sir?
Officer Tony with the Mille Lacs Tribal Police Department.
And are you acting as a person right now? Like, or are you acting as like Tony? Or are you acting as the police department? Who are you acting as?
What?
What are you acting as is a much better question, and one I'm sure my viewers will take great pleasure in answering in the comments.
Stop! Calm down! Back off, you guys.
You're under arrest right now. Get out.
No, I'm not.
You're under
No.
arrest. Get out of the car. Hop out. I'm gonna break the window.
I know you are. I'm sorry that you're gonna be like that.
Hop out.
Please don't be like that. Please,
Hop out. You're under
please
arrest.
don't do that.
She's not going.
Please don't do that. Please move your hands.
Please hop out of the vehicle.
Please don't do that. Please,
Hop out of the
please,
vehicle.
please, please, please. I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I went over the fog light. Please don't do this. All right, let me out. Let me out. Don't do it though. Please. Don't
There we
arrest
go.
me. Please don't arrest me.
You've already been told
Please,
not to
no. You got my kids. I gotta get my kid on the bus.
Hop out. We'll figure
Dude,
this out. Hop out for me.
You can't.
Just hop
don't-
out for me. We'll figure it out.
I didn't really do anything though.
step
Like
out.
nothing's.
Step out.
Nobody's been injured or
If you don't
anything.
comply, you're gonna go to the ground. You understand?
I'm not trying to get
Hand behind your back.
injured.
Again, using your kid as an excuse for why you shouldn't be held accountable for your actions is one of the lowest things you can do. Maybe consider the consequences of your actions next time, or is that too much to ask for an unsure divine being?
Please let me go. I need to get to my kids on the bus in the morning.
You're not gonna see it.
I was being safe. I wasn't. I was.
You're going to jail, man.
Can you please let me go now?
A knife.
You have anything on you or in the vehicle that could be?
Do you have picture ID? Do we know it's her for sure?
You want to pass that back?
Well, she did get out. I mean, to save her the cost of safe flight repair, safe flight replace. So. Did you play the video I sent you of the Australian American cop? Yes. Wait. The cop? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, no, not him. All right, we're watching this one. No, we haven't watched that yet. We're watching it. Here we go. Shout out to Bama Mike.
Dispatch, command on traffic. We're stopping in the loaf just off of Swink with well, I guess we don't have a tag. We've got a tag on the back that says private. No driver license or insurance required.
Wait a minute. What is this Australian doing in Colorado? Sorry, that sounded jingoistic. We accept Australian immigrants here in this country. At least I hope so.
Interesting. I will show you how they look. I get 1312.
I guess we'll see.
Absolutely. What type of vehicle is it?
It's a silver Mazda 3.
Hey, do it, sir. Window, please.
Yeah, where'd you leave that news story? Which channel in Discord? By the way, guys, if you're not a member of Discord, you should be. The Discord's fun. It's very active. People like to hang out, make new friends, yada yada yada. Join my Discord. Do it.
Open your door for me then, please. Open your door.
Can I help you?
Yep. Open the door. I can't hear you. Open the door. License, registration, proof of insurance. Sir, if you don't produce it, I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle and arrest you. I'm going to ask you one time. One time. License, registration, proof of insurance.
This is a private auto bill?
Sir.
Sure it is. That doesn't mean that you're not obligated to provide your license, registration, insurance.
You're in the state of Colorado. License,
What's the emergency?
registration.
How can I help you?
There is no emergency. License, registration, proof of insurance.
Do I not have the right to travel?
Get out of the vehicle.
Do I not have the right to
Get out of
travel?
the vehicle now. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
All right, based. All right, that was so fast and so quick. Based. Love this officer. 2 minutes. We're 2 minutes 21 seconds, and he already has him hooked up.
Yep, I've asked you more than once. You're under arrest.
What are you talking about? For what?
You're not complying with my lawful demands.
Unlawful. This is unlawful, sir.
No, it's not actually.
This is a violation of my Fourth Amendment right to travel.
It's actually not.
Yes, it is.
Now, at this point, I'm going to detain you while I ask you again, one last time before I take you back to the police department and charge you. Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm not operating in commerce, sir. Is your body camera rolling?
It most certainly is,
Is your
sir.
body camera rolling?
Sure is.
I'm not operating in commerce.
Okay. Let's go.
This is a private automobile.
You're under arrest. Let's go. You're welcome to Rocky Ford. This is not how we roll around here. We run by the rules of Colorado.
Well, I'll go by the Constitution.
Get in the car.
Did you not swear an oth to the uphold the
Get in the car
Constitution?
now. Get in the car now.
Did you or did you not? Hold up, uphold.
I should not be laughing at this. It's not going to look good. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but damn it. Sometimes these door slams are just the greatest. Oh, dang it.
That's how we roll with these sovereign citizens.
Jake, I know, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Does he want us to lock his car or what? Would you like me to lock your vehicle, sir, and secure it, or what do you want us to do with that?
I'm willing to go with y'all. Can y'all, like...
Would you like me to lock your vehicle, sir? Or
yes.
Otherwise, it's going to get towed at your expense.
Can you get my phone and everything and roll up my windows
Yep.
and lock it?
Is there anything in the vehicle you're worried about?
My cigarettes, but I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get out.
Is there a wallet or anything in the vehicle we need to get out of it so that you don't leave any valuables in there, or? I don't want to leave any valuables or get stolen while you're under arrest.
I mean, how do I not go to get arrested? Do y'all tow my vehicle or what? Like,
your vehicle will be towed. It's on private property, and they don't want your vehicle parked here blocking parking spaces, so it'll get towed at your expense.
okay, how do I not go to jail so I can get back to where I go so I can get my car out?
Quite simply, you would have complied with my directions when I stopped and spoke to you, which you didn't do from the beginning.
I was speaking to you, but I was asking you a question and you didn't answer.
I couldn't hear you, could I? Because you didn't open your window, you wouldn't open the door.
My window doesn't roll down.
Then when you
I
did,
apologize.
you started with some BS about not meeting your driver's license.
I thought that I had the right to travel. I'm sorry, I might be wrong.
You are wrong. No, might be. You are wrong.
Yes,
You
sir.
are wrong.
You need license, registration, proof of insurance.
I do have license.
Cool. Then why didn't you just give it to me when I asked for it?
I apologize.
It's a lawful traffic stop. You've got a tag on the back of your vehicle that is not from any state in this country.
Well, read a lot on the Supreme Court law, and they ruled that we had.
No. You were going to say, I read a lot of stuff on the internet. That's what you wanted to say. Not, I read a lot of Supreme Court law. No, you read a bunch of BS on the internet.
Right, travel, and whenever you have a private automobile, you don't have to register the state or the county.
I would suggest you are very misinformed, sir.
So I have to do that.
Very misinformed.
I don't mean to be uncooperative. I just thought that.
Very uncooperative.
Right,
you thought.
Lawful directions.
You thought.
From a police officer with a probable cause to stop you and speak to you, which is part of the law here in this country.
Tag. Right.
So there's no amendment violations of any type here. I mean, you can take it civilly. I have no issue with that. I'll happily stand in federal court and defend exactly what I've done here.
Well, if I do go to jail, I won't have a way to earn money to get my car back or get tagged.
And that's the problem, isn't it? When you do things you're not supposed to do.
Yes, sir. You're right. I apologize.
Now, I most certainly could unarrest you. I don't have to continue with an arrest. I would love to unarrest you, but you would need to be very cooperative at this point in time and give me the things that you're required to give me in this state.
Yes, sir. I will give it to you. The car is currently not registered or insured.
All right. Why not?
Because I thought I had the right to travel, and according to the Supreme Court, I thought that I didn't have to insure it or register it. But
well, sir, I'm no expert on the other 49 states of this country, but I can be pretty sure that they're like Colorado, and you are required to have registration and insurance.
I do have some tools that I'd like to, like, if there's any way that I can get back to Los Angeles, which I came here for a job.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, your sovereign citizen status is not going to do a thing for you in Colorado, okay? It's certainly this area of the state. You are going to be arrested every single time you pull that routine. Do you understand? Step out of the vehicle. If you want to pull that routine and rock you forward, this is exactly what you're going to get.
Give me permission to get the wall before I get the driver's license?
That's what I was.
Georgia?
Yes, sir. I just got here about a month and a half ago. They told me
Stand still. Turn around. Turn around.
They
Put your hand on the vehicle.
Birth certificate to get an ID, to get it transferred over. And I just don't have my birth certificate. I might have to physically go back to Georgia to get that. I don't know.
Put your hands on the car.
I don't have an issue with this. The guy, I think other cops have said this before in other videos. The cuffs can come off as quickly as they can come on. If the guy's being compliant, apologetic, saying, you know what, maybe I did read some stupid on the internet, I think I don't have an issue with the cop giving him cutting him a break necessarily. Especially if he does in fact have a valid license. Then, you know.
I do have the title in the bill of sale.
Okay.
A gentleman back in Augusta, Georgia, back in October.
In Georgia?
Yes, sir.
You have the title with you?
I have the title with me.
Is it in the car? Mm-hmm. Is it in the register?
No, it's in the envelope.
Is it inside the glove box though?
No, it's between the passenger seat and the center console.
Would you like to go and get it out?
Never a good idea to carry around the title to your vehicle with you.
Right.
But, I mean, it's a bully for him.
You haven't got any weapons or anything silly in the car that we need to know about?
No weapons, sir. Oh. Yes, sir. They're probably too late now. back up to me. So, hold on. Let me call you right back.
All right, John. There's your license. I have not charged you with the plethora of charges that I could have charged you with. All I have done is deal with the lack of insurance and the registration, which was the original reason for the stop. Okay? I could get you for fictitious tags. Not being you need to change your driver's license to Colorado. You've been here more than 30 days.
I went up there and they said I had to have a birth certificate, but apparently I might have to go back and physically get that in Georgia. But
you know what I find really unusual and a little perplexing is that a guy like you that's running around with these tags, telling me he hasn't got to do all these things, has already been to the DMV to see about changing his license across.
I did about.
Exactly. Wait, it's that, which means that this guy, he's not a true believer. He's a mark. That's what it is. He found this stuff on the internet, thought he could save himself a couple of bucks. He's not a true believer, which means he can be corrected.
2 months ago, because while we wanted to hire me as an employee, but they said that somebody told me that they denied my application because I don't have a Colorado ID. So that's why
you didn't school them on the Constitution like you did me.
Well, I mean, if you're in a state where you're selling, in Colorado, they might want you to have a state ID saying that you're living here. I could understand, that right there.
All right, well, your change in attitude has caused a reduction in what I would otherwise do with you.
Exactly, which is what you want to see and you want to hear. If you see a guy who doesn't seem like he's a true believer, you work with that. That's exactly what you want to do when you're law enforcement. And you could tell that somebody's not a true believer. He's just some poor bastard who saw something on the internet.
I'd be quite happy to take you to jail, man. Quite happy to, if you pull that routine again in Rocky Ford. Okay? You do have a court date, 29th of July, 6 p.m. at the Rocky Ford Municipal Court. You do have a warrant. I don't know if he told you that.
Oh, no. I forgot.
Out of Georgia for fail to appear, which is a little concerning for me. Because if you do that here, we're going to arrest you, okay? I'll come down there and pick you up myself. All right? So that's your court date. City Hall's turn left of these lights, and it's just over the railway line, okay? Make sure you're there, otherwise we...
Iceblade, my tag expired in 2017. How screwed am I if I get pulled over? I mean, it depends on the state. Iceblade, it could be a fine, or they could take your car. It depends on the state.
We will issue a warrant, and I'll come knock on your door.
And the reason I have a warrant is...
Hey, what's up about clean hands?
Winter, I was trying to find more work, and I called them, tried to do like a Zoom meeting. They weren't willing to work with me.
Idaho, thank you for the 10 months.
But I'm here. I'm like 30 miles away, so that's a lot different than 14 miles. I told them I couldn't make it back. I was like, can y'all not do a Zoom meeting? I was like, I know the Zoom meeting for people whenever there was COVID, so why can't y'all... I'm sitting here putting in an effort, like, and y'all aren't willing to help me out.
Uh-huh.
So that's why.
Well, I'd like to say welcome to the area, man. You're going to have to comply with the laws of Colorado if you'd like to travel freely within the state in a vehicle.
Where the hell are you from? Queensland. But I now live in Aurora or whatever the hell.
Cool. On a road.
I'm gonna take that off because that's just waving to every law enforcement guy to come pick you up.
Yes, exactly. Having that private tag is basically, please pull me over and generate revenue for the state.
And do the same thing with you, but hopefully next time you'll have a little bit better.
If you hadn't just pulled a license at me, you would have just got a monetary penalty for not having that paperwork, and you would have been on your way.
I called the hotel manager. I'm about to call him back. I got off the car, and I'm going to see if he'll come get
Maurice?
me. Yes.
Good dude.
Know him well. Come get me real quick.
And you might want to go in there inside, and like I said, ask them for permission to leave the car here for a little bit.
Tell Maurice, the chief of police, Rocky Ford, said say hello.
Because if not, it will get towed. This is private property. They have all right to. And then it'll be on your dime.
Well, the sheriff or the chief said hello. He knew your name, and I said the manager.
Manager.
Like Maurice. Yeah.
Ryan, thank you for the membership.
Do you know what time Scott gets off work? I tried to call Bethany or Scott.
Okay.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
What's up?
If I started back up, I'm just gonna pull it up some because it's. See how far it is off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. And then don't get in and drive it again. He's just gonna pull up to make it a better parking, I guess. Yeah,
John, because it's fictitious tag, we're taking it off the vehicle. It's against the law to have fictitious tag, man.
Yes, add me to let's go. Yeah, I got a screwdriver.
And I'll take it off.
Is it a square bit or did it get stripped out?
I'll get it off one way or the other, don't you worry. I'll give you the screws, man. You want them in the truck?
I'm just going to put it back in the hole.
Alright, I'll let you do that.
We're going to get near Callista.
Alright, John, hopefully we have a better interaction next time if we ever have one.
I will try to make sure that it's the right so that we go.
Alright, brother. Have a good rest of
Knife.
Sunday.
He did show up for court and was ordered to pay fines. Yeah. Give him deferred. This is another one I haven't seen yet.
This is
From Van.
I just ran the VIN. He's got no insurance. Step out of the vehicle for me.
I can't.
Welp.
It's not lawful. No, I can't. Yep. This is all unconsenting. You're violating Fourth Amendment rights. Please cease and desist. I just had to file a new civil rights claim. Come on, guys. They're totally outside the jurisdiction.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to the Van Balian channel, guys. Today we head to Michigan, where yet another sovereign citizen finds out the hard way laws apply to him when he gets pulled over by the Charlevoix Police Department for driving around town on plates that read Foreign National.
No!
Right, let's get into the
course.
video.
Foreign National.
Central 8711 traffic stop.
Let's go!
31, just past the car dealership. Check Barnard, just past the car dealership. Copy. Hi, I'm Sergeant Yumulis of the Charlevoix City Police Department.
Okay, what's the problem?
You don't have a
Jordan, thank you for the gift of membership.
driver's license and you're driving a car.
How do you... Wait a minute.
Wait a
What
minute.
is a reasonable articulable for
What's your RAS?
this spot? You can't just open the door without reasonable articulable suspicion. I have every right to exercise my right of locomotion, sir. I'm just coming home from work. Mr. Saul, you don't have a driver's license.
You don't have a driver's license, bud.
Please, then write me the tickets. I'll see the...
Do you have your ID? Got your ID?
I'm not... This isn't a lawful traffic stop. Please just let me be.
The guru advising this guy, and yes, that does say 5 million lawsuit, is trying to frame this traffic stop as retaliation and a setup. But he's driving around town with a fake plate that reads Foreign National. So the only one doing any setting up is him on himself.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
It's not... It's a private trust. I have the title for the private trust, and this is my private ID. See, this is harassment. This is literally deprivation of rights in the code law.
That's a lot of nonsensical bullshit to say, no, it's not insured.
Were you waiting for me? You both were waiting right on my route? What's going on here? You have insurance, sir?
Do you have insurance for this vehicle?
Well, I'm not... Is the vehicle registered? Because the plate is valid.
No, he is not.
I'm not answering questions. Just write my citations, please. Now you're violating Rodriguez Supreme Court.
You watch when I'm going to get the VIN.
You have no business bothering me. Just write the ticket. There, I got the VIN right here in the registration.
Dude, you're accused of driving without a license and registration and possibly insurance, and it's sounding like this is not the first time, so I think they're way past just writing you a couple.
All right, I was saying in the chat earlier that I do miss a good pizza, but the barber I went to, I think on Friday. Yeah, I think on Friday. So yesterday, or the day before, there's a food truck on the opposite end of the apartment complex that serves apparently some really good pizza. So I'm actually going to check it out after we finish the live stream.
Couple of tickets.
Central 8711 for a VIN.
This is a non-resident under 247.253 Michigan. Here, this is
Absolutely.
the VIN's on there. It's been notarized, witnessed. This is my.
Would buying gas count as commerce, especially since it's tax? Well, I mean, it's a commercial transaction in and of itself. But, I mean, me driving, me getting gas on my way to work is not necessarily like driving in commerce. I don't think. Being a delivery driver, because that is part of your job, is to transport goods from one place to another. When I'm going to my place of work, I'm transporting myself, so I'm using my private vehicle. Why am I thinking this hard about this? I gotta stop it, chat. Stop it.
Private name.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
I'm just a trustee for the trust. Okay, well, write the citation. I'll see
That doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
Well, I'm not driving, sir. I'm just exercising my right of locomotion, which has been upheld by the Supreme Court.
I'm not driving, I'm just exercising my right to locomotion. So what does the letter D stand for on that gear stick?
True.
That's battle. The people like marijuana there on the dash. There's nothing here. Yeah, then you have no consent to search because you don't have a lawful traffic stop. When's the last time you consumed alcohol or marijuana? I just got out of work, guys. I just been working 8 hours. I haven't consumed anything, and I'm done answering questions. I reserve my rights. Please just write the citation so I can be on my way. The Supreme Court ruled.
I just ran the VIN. He's got no insurance. I'm gonna call for a wrecker. I'm gonna call for a wrecker.
Here it comes, right there.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in the back.
Central 8711.
It's okay, Karina. I get it.
I guess Erickson's is in the parking lot at the dealership behind me. Can you call them? See if I'll disregard.
Yeah, we requesting Erickson.
Yes, it turns out Ericsson's Towing and Recovery, the company employed by the police department to...
I've never even heard of them like called wreckers as like slang, like a tow truck.
tow illegal vehicles, was in fact close by, so they were on the traffic stop within about roughly 5 minutes. Our
Nice.
SovCit friend's reaction to the truck arriving so fast wasn't captured on this particular body cam, but I imagine the scene went a little something like this.
Oh my god, what a classic! Oh, what a classic throwback!
By the way, the link to that video, if you haven't seen it already, is right below the like button. Woo! It's an oldie, but a goodie.
Oldie but a goodie, true.
All right, Mr. Slough, you can step out of the vehicle for me.
I can't, this is not lawful. No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't step out.
Step out of the car.
I can't step out because it's not lawful. Step out. You're gonna have to extract me, guys.
Congratulations, you're about to add resisting and obstructing to that ever-growing list of charges. It also comes with a quick chat with the asphalt.
Okay, if you do not, yes it is. If you do not get out of this car, you'll be charged with a felony for resisting and obstructing. Yes it will. Get out of the car, do it now. Do you understand?
Step out of the vehicle.
Step out of the car, do it now.
Step out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Get out of the car.
Get on the ground. Put your hand behind your back, do it now.
Yep. This is all unconsenting. You're violating Fourth Amendment rights. Please cease and desist.
He says while ignoring laws derived from the 10th Amendment. Just another SovCit who wants all the protections of the Constitution but none of the responsibilities.
He has a knife in his front right pocket.
Okay.
Please cease and desist.
We'll roll you towards me, bud.
Yeah, I'm non-violent, I'm not combatant. Please, just cease and desist. Jeez, oh Pete. See, there's no need, you don't have the reasonable articulable suspicion to bother me, guys.
The laws in all 50 states that say you need a driver's license, registration and proof of insurance says different.
That's my natural cradle medicine. It's nothing but natural herbal. You guys are nuts, man. What do you think gives you the jurisdiction to do this?
Roll this way.
Okay.
That's the knife.
Yeah, but it's for work. I do stock shells, man. Jeez, oh Pete's guy. Why would you do this to me?
That's right, blame anyone else but you for your own poor life choices, instead of taking responsibility for your actions like a man. It's not this cop's fault that you chose to let a YouTube guru blow smoke up your ass.
Smells like maybe he had one after he got out.
I haven't done anything.
Ah. What? Uh-oh. What's happening?
Okay, stand up.
Just got work.
Stand up.
Man, this is crazy, guys. That's private property. Don't touch that, please. All right. I mean, I just had to file a new civil rights claim. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm not button
I wonder why.
As you can see, this officer is terrified at the thought of being threatened with a civil rights claim by someone who has just spent the last 10 to 15 minutes trying to convince him laws don't apply to him. The cognitive dissonance is astonishing.
I shouldn't have to put up with this harassment.
Have a seat.
Okay. I apologize for this hassle.
Okay. You got anything else in there?
Oh, I don't answer questions, so you just have to look. And I don't hide nothing, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm not hiding nothing. I just came out of work, guys. But I don't see why you want to do this. This is just totally outside the jurisdiction.
Oh yeah, totally outside his jurisdiction. You keep telling yourself that, bud.
Yeah, I knew something was coming when you come whipping up behind me in conspiracy.
Dude, you were driving a car with a plate that may as well have "Bust me, I'm driving illegally" written all over it. Of course he came whipping up behind you, as you put it. That's kind of his job.
You just watch him. I closed the glass, but can you just watch him?
A little bit.
Oh. Get me to roll it down a little bit. I'm gonna grab an inventory form.
Iceblade, why do so many of these guys sound like the prospector from Blazing Saddles? Like, roar, roar. The sheriff is near. I'm not going to go any further than that. It's dangerous.
Now
I do need to be taken directly to
The officer rightfully ignores that absurd demand and continues with his work.
Could you start an inventory search? I'm gonna start filling the paperwork out so we can get them out of here as quickly as possible.
I think the rest of the video is just inventory and tow truck guy. Yeah. What about this lady? I don't think I've... This is from Texas. I don't think I've... No, I have not seen this one.
Okay, I'm the one in charge here.
Okay.
Hop out of the vehicle.
Sergeant?
All right,
I'm his supervisor. Hop out of the vehicle. Okay, we're not playing this game.
I'll give you my ID.
Put your hands on the car. It's too late for this. You might want to look at what the Supreme Court said. Okay.
Is that?
Put your hands on the car. It's too late for this. You might want to.
Are those the... Does he have a tattoo of those little squiggle lines from The Fifth Element? Are you serious? That is... What?
Look at what the Supreme Court said. Okay. Well, apparently you're wrong. Could have all been avoided.
Welcome back to the Van Balian channel, guys. Today we head to Texas, where yet another rookie sovereign citizen, and let me tell you, it shows, finds out that...
Hey, look, I have no issue with Optimus Prime tattoos. But The Fifth Element is an awesome movie, don't get me wrong, but it's so obscure.
Hardware Texas deputies, especially this supervisor, has absolutely no time for this sovereign citizen.
Mila Jovovich was, oof, man, she was a crush in that movie.
Nonsense. Right, let's get into the video.
Hello, sir. Deputy.
What's your emergency?
What's the emergency? Well, you were using the shoulder to travel there, sir. I'm Deputy Ryder of Bastrop County. The reason we're pulling you over is you're traveling the shoulder there. Do you have your license?
Why don't you have a license?
To drive this vehicle.
Am I driving a vehicle?
Yes, sir, you are.
I'm driving a vehicle.
Yeah, you're operating a motor vehicle.
This is an auto.
You need a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
Okay. All right.
All right. So do you have a driver's license?
Is this a...
Go ahead and hop out.
You committed a traffic offense.
I am not getting out of my vehicle.
Go ahead. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm talking to this guy here.
All right, hold on.
To drive this vehicle.
Am I driving a vehicle?
Yes, sir, you are.
I'm driving a vehicle.
Yeah, you're operating a motor vehicle.
This is an auto.
You need a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
Okay. All right.
All right. So do you have a driver's license?
Is this a...
Go ahead and hop out.
You committed a traffic offense.
I am not getting out of my vehicle.
Go ahead. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm talking to this guy here.
Okay, I'm the one in charge here.
Okay.
Hop out of the
You're a
vehicle.
sergeant?
I'm his supervisor. Hop out of the vehicle.
Well, there goes the part of the script.
All right, then. Are you the sergeant? I'm in charge of the stop. Okay, then.
Where he demands a supervisor, unless he's stupid enough and or read the part of the script where you demand the supervisor's supervisor, of course.
Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle. Okay. The Supreme Court of the United States says you will hop out of the vehicle if you were given a lawful order. Hop out of the vehicle.
Is this an arrest?
Oh, God, I hope that's not a SIG that he's carrying.
You are being detained.
All right,
you need to stop. Listen to your wife.
No.
Hop out of the vehicle. Okay, listen.
If I'm going to be detained...
We are giving you a lawful order to exit the vehicle.
All right, so you're telling me I'm going to be detained?
You are already detained.
Okay, so I'm not going to give you any information.
Hop out. Okay, then hop out. Hop out. Okay.
My property.
Hop out of the vehicle. We are giving you a lawful order. Okay, we're not playing this game.
I give you my name, and then give me the ticket.
We are not playing this game. You're a felon to identify. Exit the vehicle. You're following.
I'm not felon to
You're
identify.
also.
You didn't ask me for my name.
Okay, hop out of the vehicle. I'm giving you a lawful order to hop out of the vehicle. Okay, do you want to play this game, really?
Wait, do you not know about the issues with SIG? Their P320 has had a habit of going off on its own. So much so that it allegedly caused the death of an Air Force member. And the company, 6 Hour, has been in abject denial over it. Even though I don't know how many gun tubers have called into it and tested it and realized that there's a serious design flaw that allows the gun to go off with the slightest of pressure. So yeah, there's there's an issue involved with that gun.
You want to go to court? Yeah, I'll go to court. I'm happy to go to court. I get paid to go to court.
The irony of a sovereign citizen threatening a law enforcement agent with a court of law while simultaneously claiming
It has gone to the point where the Air Force has, in fact, sent out a general order to not use the SIG, to put it away because of that airman's death.
laws don't apply to them never ceases to amaze me.
Hop out of the vehicle now. Okay, go ahead and pull them out.
I do not.
Go ahead and pull them out. 1623. We got one.
I give you my name.
Sir, just go ahead and remove your seatbelt and step out. This is a lawful detention.
All right, but I'm not giving you any information.
Huh? Just step out to the back of the vehicle here.
All right, I'm going to get my phone.
That's fine.
You don't have my information in it.
Stop back here.
This right here is good.
Do you want to provide your ID yet?
Do you ask for money?
Do you want to provide your ID?
I don't have to give you
521.025 says, if I request your license...
Which is correct. Texas Transportation Code 521.025. License to be carried and exhibited on the pin.
You have to submit it on demand. Right. That is Texas Transportation Code 520.
Deacon, I had a friend who pew-pewed himself in the leg with a Glock. Okay, so I actually have not heard of the Glock having that issue. I could be wrong. But yeah, I haven't heard about Glock having the issue of firing on their own. But we're talking about SIG. I'm interrupting. I apologize.
25.
You said I'm in custodial arrest, right?
You are being detained at this time.
Custodial arrest, and I'm not giving you any information.
Okay, go ahead and.
I'll give you my name.
You're going to jail for driving on an improved shoulder.
How to turn a simple traffic violation into an arrest. Brought to you by yet another dumb rookie sovereign citizen who, by now, has all but abandoned the script. And, of course, tries to offer his ID in exchange for his freedom. But this sergeant is not having any of it.
Okay, put your hands on the car.
I'll give you my name.
Put your hands on the car.
Sorry, I'll give you my name.
Put your hands on the car.
All right, I'll give you my name.
Put your hands on the car. Put your hands on the car.
I'll give you my ID.
Put your hands on the car. It's too late for this.
Go ahead and set your phone down on the bumper there.
Can I take my phone?
Okay, now you're being arrested. You're being arrested for driving on that improved shoulder. You understand? So now you're under arrest. So now if you fail to provide
I don't know
your
why.
ID, I'm going to add an additional charge.
I don't have any weapons on me.
It doesn't matter. If you're under arrest, he can search you.
Nice, Eldis.
Okay. Do you want to provide your ID now, or do you want another charge?
I'll give you my ID.
Okay. Where's your ID at?
In my wallet. This is the other end.
Okay.
Ma'am, you have an ID.
Mate, all you had to do was provide your ID and, like you said, go to court, but I guess watching you abandon your script, get owned and arrested by the supervisor is fun too. It just needs more taser next time.
I know. Okay. You're now going to jail.
And there's the driver's license he was too stupid to hand over, but also too stupid to blur out of the original video, which showed all his details. Maybe that's why it's not available on YouTube anymore.
She will be driving a check, right?
All right, come on, step back to the vehicle this way. I'm going to get your phone.
Well, get your phone.
Step here by the rear
You
wheel.
made a simple traffic stop into an arrest.
No, you guys made
No,
it.
you did.
You guys did. This is unlawful.
Can you unlock it?
This is not unlawful.
It's illegal.
Hey,
All right, step up in here.
look at me.
No, I'm going to argue with you one. I'm going to take her to court.
Okay, go ahead and take us to court because the U.S. Supreme Court gives us the authorization
You can
to
step
send you
up
out
in
of
the
your
vehicle.
vehicle if we give you a lawful order.
Of course, the supervisor is referring to Pennsylvania versus Mims, the Supreme Court case ruling that allows the police to order a driver, especially an uncooperative driver, out of the vehicle during a lawful traffic stop for officer safety. This case is not in the sovereign citizen script for obvious reasons.
Does he have a license?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, wait a minute.
What happened?
My arm.
Here, go ahead and step out again.
I'm not going to harm you guys.
No, you're good. Step out of there. Did they tighten up on it?
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, my God. I'm not going to harm you guys.
You need a second set?
No. I just didn't know how yours double locked here.
Mine double lock with these little flips. Right there.
This one makes it tight.
Here, let's put a double set on them.
Yep.
I'm not going to harm you guys. Seriously.
Listen, we're past that point, okay? We were trying to do a simple traffic stop. You turned it into something. Go ahead.
You could have just given me a ticket.
But you fought the entire way and you refused to give your identification. Thus, the officers couldn't have given you a ticket in the first instance.
Here's the guy who did everything in his power to make sure that didn't happen. Dude, drop the persecution complex and stop blaming other people for your own poor life choices.
Listen, look, turn around. I'm going to explain something. Turn around. Okay, you know what? Fine.
I'm not going to do it.
You might want to look at what the Supreme Court says, okay?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I already have.
Well, apparently you're wrong because the Supreme Court says if I give you a lawful order to exit your vehicle, you exit.
Sorry, I'm not going to see it.
Okay, you can go ahead and sit back up in there.
Thank you for being. I appreciate your job, guys. Thank you for being so nice.
Yeah, I'll give you a number.
What's up?
So we see the judge in the morning, we need to see the judge now.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out here soon. Yep.
Hi.
So just call bail bonds now.
Yep. Well, he'll be able to call you here in about an hour. He'll be able to tell you what he's getting charged with. So right now he's going to jail.
1633, 27 for the detained. 066000591.
But the part that's incorrect is if we ask for an officer safety reason, and that's an officer safety reason, him not identifying, and him saying he's not a custodial stop, we have every right to pull him out of the vehicle, and we can pull him out forcefully. The Supreme Court of the United States says we can. Okay, and that's in all 50 states. So
true.
Right now he's just getting a simple Class C. Okay, and that's it. He's going to jail for driving on an improved shoulder, and that's it. Okay. So could have all been avoided. All he had to do was give his license, provide proof of insurance. He would have got a ticket at most. He might have even got a warning. Okay. So I mean, but at this point he's going to jail. Okay. You got any other questions? Like I say, he'll be able to call you here. It'll probably take him 45 minutes to an hour to get booked in, and then he'll be able to make a phone call. Does he have your phone number? Okay. All right.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Did you grab his phone number?
Yeah, I got his phone in his wallet.
Okay.
All right, guys, so according to the description from the now deleted original video, the traffic stop took place 500 feet from his house. So I think that's why this family member managed to be on the traffic stop so quickly. He also claims this was a hearsay traffic violation and something about getting arrested without a crime. Anyway, it was a very quiet and uneventful 15-minute ride to jail, so this is where I'm going to leave this one. Hopefully this was because he was contemplating the many bad decisions made during this traffic stop. If not, I'm sure we'll see him again soon in the future. I guess only time will tell.
All right.
Right. Thank you so much.
This is going to be the last one. Another Van Balian, so shout out to him. But this is... Oh, this is not New Jersey, but it's a rookie sovereign citizen.
I'm a private citizen. So. Okay, your private citizen needs to step out of your vehicle. Let's go. Let's go. Out of the car now. Citizen bullshit.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to the Van Balian channel, guys. Today we head to Illinois, where a self-proclaimed private citizen finds out the hard way, refusing to comply with police after allegedly walking out of Target without paying has serious consequences. Right, let's get into the video.
Wait, so this is about shoplifting?
How are you? Hey, was there a problem over at Target at all, do you know of? No. Nothing? They're kind of accusing you of stealing.
Uh-oh.
You were not? No. How did they mess that up then? Can you?
I don't know. They probably profiled.
Did they try to? Well, I wasn't, but do you know, were they trying to stop you before exiting or no?
No.
Okay, so nothing happened inside the store?
No, I walked out.
Okay, do you have your...
Sean, you'll never get an answer to that question. Because asking that question just breaks their brains and they don't know how to function after that.
Your license with you, please?
No.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have a license, but I'm private citizen.
Private?
Okay. Can I grab your name then, please?
No, you cannot.
I bet she's not a private citizen when applying for and accepting that sweet government assistance.
Okay, well, you're detained right now, okay? Until I investigate this thing going on right now. So... They called us. Okay, so just sit tight for me. Do you have insurance on the vehicle or you don't need that either?
I have insurance, but I'm private.
Do you have any information showing you're private, ma'am? You have to have something, some ID or passport. I think it's a passport.
Yeah, but I'm
Can I have that?
I don't have my passport, but I have my
I'm sorry?
I have my certificate.
Can I see that? We're going to try to get to the bottom of it and see what's going on. They called us, so saw your vehicle. They gave me the license plate. That's why, okay?
Love it when cops know the sovereign citizen script and how to deal with it. It's even better when the sovereign citizen turns out to be a...
Also true, because he did, as like, you have your passport you can give us? Because sovereign citizens love to get their passport.
Rookie.
So she's a private citizen, so she doesn't have a driver's license. So you just started doing this private thing? Okay, all right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have you ever had a Illinois driver's license or identification card before?
In the past, yeah.
You have?
She's saying that it's a misunderstanding of some sort. She has no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I told her we'd get to the bottom of it and go from there.
She has no idea what they're talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what someone who has just walked out of Target with $700 worth of merchandise would say.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So what exactly is this? Mind if I grab your phone? Just so I can
¿Qué es
look a little closer. Okay. And what exactly does that mean?
I am
I don't know.
I am the name holder for my business.
Oh, she really is a newbie. Oh man, the lack of confidence and thought that she had to do. Yeah, she's a newbie.
Your business.
I'm a private citizen, so you don't know the information.
Is that like a sovereign citizen, or is it all the same?
I'm a private citizen. No, it's not the same.
Okay, I'm just not familiar with it.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know.
I'm asking you.
I'm not a private citizen. I'm not a sovereign.
Okay.
No, usually the threshold is like $100, then it can go to $500, then it can go to $1,000. It depends on it depends again. What is classified as like larceny and grand larceny depends on the state. Usually, I couldn't tell you what it is for Texas though. But I believe up to $100 is like petty larceny, and then up to $500 might be just straight larceny. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay. I haven't heard of private specifically then.
The private citizen thing is just an attempt to get around the term sovereign citizen, which of course has negative connotations, especially with the FBI. But as the saying goes, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
What does that mean?
Serrana.
I am a living woman. I'm a live, breathing living woman. I'm not what's on my ID. That's why I don't have a driver's license.
This is says a certificate of existence and registration.
Yeah, I mean,
Certificate of existence and registration. What the hell does that mean? Serrana. Serrana, baby girl. You want to call little daddy? No. My baby.
this is relatively new to me. Crystal, you said you've had a license before, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I just...
Are you from Minnesota at all?
No, I'm not.
Or is that where you actually
That's why I found it.
I gotcha. Okay.
What's your date of birth?
I'm not giving you that information now.
Okay.
I can't believe her certificate of existence and registration didn't work. It's almost as if this sovereign citizen thing is a scam to part gullible people like Crystal from their government benefits.
What was the misunderstanding at the Target? Because right now they're saying that you left with cosmetics, I believe, clothing, other grocery items, I believe, and they're saying that you took those without paying. Was there some sort of misunderstanding there, or something that you could clarify further for us? Not that you know of? What did you purchase there? You purchased items, okay.
If the suspect is happy to share a completely meaningless certificate of existence on their phone, but not the one thing that would clear all this up in a second, a receipt for the goods in the back of the vehicle, you know something isn't right.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
I do.
Nice.
I'm a private citizen.
You have
do
super
have to
chats.
have insurance for a vehicle
treats
when
for
you're
the baby.
operating on a public roadway. What would happen if you had a vehicle accident? You wouldn't care?
No, obviously I would.
Big Smoke, thank you for 3 months.
Cover it out of pocket? You don't have insurance?
I don't really follow college football.
Am I being detained for
Occasionally, casually.
No, right now you're just being detained for theft.
Would the so-called private citizen being investigated for stealing $700 worth of merchandise pay the hospital bills of and repair or replace the vehicle of whoever she got into an accident with? Yeah, I think we all know the answer to that question.
So when did you say you became a private citizen? It was recent?
Yeah,
a month ago. Is there like a rule book or something that you guys abide by, or what's the...
I don't feel like you're the cop. You should know these things.
I know the Illinois laws, so it sounds like you're kind of going outside of the Illinois laws, correct?
I don't abide by any legal process, any legal things in this country. I do not. I lawful common law. That's what we go by.
Common law. There we go.
Illegal. Anything in your legal process, y'all jurisdiction, I don't go by. You don't have to. That I'm a living woman.
Okay, so you guys can steal or like murder, and that's fine with you, or what?
I think the $700 worth of goods in the back of the car Target claims she didn't pay for pretty much answers that question.
I don't want to say anything else because I feel like you're trying to interview me, and I'm not. This is not an interview.
Okay.
Crystal, you still live on Plainfield, is that right? Your driver's license shows Plainfield. Is that correct?
Whatever you have is what I
Okay, I mean, if you want to do the private thing now, that's fine. But you have a valid, I don't understand, you have a valid driver's license. So I just don't understand that.
You just looked up an old driver's license.
But it's still valid.
Okay, doesn't matter. I just told you I applied for a passport.
Okay.
I'm a private citizen.
Do you want to tell?
My certificate.
Okay.
It's good standing.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us anything about the target before we proceed with this investigation, or no? You had nothing. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Just sit tight.
Again, I cannot believe this certificate of...
I appreciate that, like, this lady who was alleged to have stolen from Target is like, I'm under common law. I'm under common law. But, like, theft, like, taking something that is not yours is about as ancient of a maxim as murder is. Like, it's a base level of moral understanding, is that you don't take what isn't yours, right? But whatever.
Of existence didn't work. So it's on to the arrest that I recommend, if you haven't already, get popcorn for.
I just showed you my certificate.
You're under arrest for retail theft.
No, that's not.
It is.
No,
It is. We don't want to take you out of the car. Please don't listen. Please don't make us.
You are
just cooperate with us.
You are literally going by the business name. You are going by what somebody. I am not that business. I am a living woman. So who are you arresting?
What is arresting you?
Who are you arresting?
So what's your living woman name?
She showed me what it was. It was
She won't answer that question.
Okay, all right.
That's who's under arrest.
Okay, your private citizen needs to step out of your vehicle.
You could tell the agent settler that he's not getting out of jail either.
No, I'm.
Okay.
Who are you arresting?
You're being placed under arrest. It's time to get out of the vehicle.
Don't fight, Chris.
Go ahead,
Okay.
push your thing.
I'm trying to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't play these games. Undo her seatbelt. You are under arrest. Undo her seatbelt. You, whoever this living human being is. Fabri, hit her seatbelt.
Hate to break this to you, Crystal, but this is exactly how it goes. Separating yourself from your name to avoid the consequences of your actions is not, nor has it ever been, a thing.
Don't make us pull you out, Crystal, please.
No.
You're out of the car.
Come on.
Out of the vehicle.
Come on.
Out of the vehicle now. Get step out of the vehicle now.
Stop this. Why are you breaking my
Come on. Come out of the car. There's no way I can't even get in there.
Stop.
We're not playing games. Let's go. Yes, I'll stop when you get out of the car.
Come on.
Can you stop?
It's called paying compliance, Crystal.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, Van, it's paying compliance. I don't think they're looking to break her arm. They're twisting it so that it's not like going against the joint, but it's like he's twisting it so that the joint is going like in like this, like so like the door right here is like this, so it's gonna hurt, but it's not like this where they're pulling against the joint. But yeah.
Still, if you're going to resist arrest, I would start getting comfortable with it.
Step her feet out.
Come on. Let's go.
We don't play private citizen out of the vehicle.
I showed him my.
Please get out of the car.
Private citizen games.
Get out of the car.
I don't play private citizen games out of the car. Yeah.
Can you not do that?
Please,
I'm not doing that.
then please get out of the vehicle.
You're resisting arrest. Yeah, you're resisting arrest.
Please get out of the car.
Correct. You're resisting arrest.
Can you let me go so I can get out?
Come on. Get out.
He's
Are
on
you,
me.
okay, you stepping out?
Get out.
Are you going to step out?
Okay.
Are you stepping out?
So you're gonna take my personal
Are you
property?
stepping out? Okay, we're not stepping out. Time to go.
I'm not getting out the car.
Please get out of the car,
I
Crystal.
get.
Time to go.
Why are you?
Time to go out of the
Because you are
vehicle.
refusing to get out of the
You're
vehicle.
resisting
You
arrest.
need to step off.
Get off me.
You need to.
Get off me. Don't touch me.
Don't.
Let's go. Let's go. Out of the car now. Out of the car now. On the ground. On the ground. Put your hands behind your back.
When all else fails, you can always rely on Mr. Sparky to get the suspect to see things from his 50,000 volt perspective.
No, leave her up. Put her hands behind your back.
She's fine.
Okay. I don't think I necessarily have an issue. I think they applied the appropriate amount of force. They didn't go overboard. They didn't, like chuck her onto the ground or anything like that. She got out and she's getting hooked up. So I don't have necessarily an issue with the officer's conduct necessarily here.
He asked you nicely to get out, okay? You didn't want to do this. We don't listen.
They could have. You're right. They could have, but I think the sound of the probes got her to comply. Which, hey, you know what? They didn't have to pull it out, which means they don't have to, no extra paperwork.
So you're arresting the nameless one, and I just showed you my certificate. I'm a crime. No. Why? Okay, you
arresting
cannot.
the person that is on video stealing from the target.
I am
which
not.
Is you.
Okay. I just told y'all who I am.
It wasn't me who stole from Target, Your Honour. It was my name. Is a defence I would love to watch her spew in court.
I just told y'all. I have my stuff, please.
What stuff? Let's go. Get in the
No,
car.
you have my things.
I have your things. They're coming with you. It's coming with.
And then you have my car open.
Yeah, we're going to take most of this stuff out of the car.
No, you're not. What do you mean you're going to take someone's stuff out of the car? You cannot do that.
Here we go. Why are we resisting?
Why are you kicking?
Why are we resisting?
Why do you have my property?
Yeah, it's coming with you.
Okay, I'm not
Single pay car. I don't play games. Citizen bullshit.
Well said, officer. Well said.
Your phone, your keys, and your wallet are inside here.
Close my car door.
Yeah, I will. Yes, correct.
Shut up, not Trogdor. Sorry, I just did my Hassan Piker impression. I apologize.
So here, this is paid for. Gatorade, second Gatorade. Hold on, give me a second Gatorade.
Okay, I found a receipt with not a lot on it. That's what she paid for, Gatorade and stuff.
All right, so apparently they have a receipt, but it apparently only has a fraction of the items that are apparently in the bags.
Therefore, but then there's, yeah, you're probably right. This is probably not.
Dinner rolls. All right, I'm really hungry. I want to see if that pizza's really good.
And now she learns that using her vehicle to commit a crime has consequences.
Call for. I'll be
Yep, it's gonna be towed.
transporting one female to the jail.
I can have my mother come and pick up my bill. And I have to do that.
No, it's gonna be towed.
Nope.
I'm asking if it can be picked up.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be towed.
Why does it have to be towed? It's a rental.
Because it was used in the commission of a crime.
It's a rental.
Yep.
Oh.
And just to let you know, you're gonna be audio video recorded back there, okay?
I'm telling you, it's a rental.
Okay.
I'm not being audio video. But I'm asking if my mother can pick up my vehicle.
No.
No.
Okay, Crystal. I'm gonna unbuckle you, and we're gonna walk over here, okay? Can you step out for me? Do you need help?
I can't do this.
We'll be here to support you a little bit, and then we're gonna walk right over here.
Alright guys, so Crystal was charged with felony retail theft, felony burglary and resisting arrest. Right, thank you so much for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to support me and get early access to videos.
Alright, said that was the last one, but watching this reminded me of this classic. Hold on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me!
$4. I mean, I'm sorry, they're 4 and 5 or no bond. I informed your attorney. He knows about your court date, sir. Thank you. David Hall.
Mr. Hall has declined the services of the public defender, Your Honor.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Good morning, Judge, I need to say how I'm appearing today, sir.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Hold on. License suspended. Failed to drive in a single lane. Just give me a moment, sir. Let me look at your driving record. Okay?
Sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today,
Well,
sir.
I'm not asking you yet. Just give me a moment, all right? I need to look at your record. Okay, I'm looking here. Failure to pay traffic tickets back 2011. Open container. Okay. All right.
Guys, you know how old we are? This is 10 years old. This video was uploaded 10 years ago. That's how old we are right now.
Right, sir, hold on. Does this gentleman, Mr. David Hall, does he have any criminal record?
Yes, Judge, and he also has pending felony DWLSs in front of...
Okay, what's the pending felony DWLS?
USON. Okay, there's a few. One second.
I'll give you a moment to talk in just a moment, sir. Hold on, Mr. Hall.
The pending felony is 14016-582 CF10A.
Okay.
He also has pending misdemeanor DWLSs in front
What
of
is that? What are they?
Judge Evans. Case number 14053-909
Wait, 14 what?
TC30A.
TC30A, okay.
That's it.
So would you wanted to say something?
Yes, may I speak, Judge?
Well, don't tell me about what happened or did not happen regarding the DUI, but if you want to tell me about something
I'd like
else,
to state some things.
See you later, Mama.
I'd like to state some things for the record. Thank you, Judge.
For the record, on the
Judge
record,
John
and let the
Hurley, I
record
do
show.
accept your oath of office here today for the record, sir.
Oath of office.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Does this court take judicial notice of your oath, sir? With all due respect.
Let me see. I take judicial notice of my own oath. Yes, sir, I did.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Okay. Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you and David Hall one and the same person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person. I am the agent to that
David
name.
Hall one and the same individual?
I go by the name David Hall, sir, and I'm here about that matter today.
Okay, so you go by the name David Hall. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. The person who goes by the name of David Hall is standing in front
I'm
of
the
you.
individual.
You're
I am
the
an individual, not a person.
You're not a person.
Yes, sir. David Hall is a person. I am a private individual. David Hall is a person under color of law, sir.
Okay, where's David Hall then? The person David Hall.
He exists on paper, sir. David Hall is a corporation. This action is under color of law, sir, and I do understand that. I am here in my real capacity as the private individual for that name, and I'm here about that matter.
You're the
and I'm happy to settle it.
private individual, David Hall.
I'm the settler, sir.
You're the settler,
I'm the settler.
David Hall.
Ah.
I'm the settler to David Hall, sir.
Are you the
And I'm
private
happy
individual, David Hall?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, we got that straight. We agree on
Got
that.
it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Now, David
May I,
Hall,
sir?
David Hall, the private individual. I'm looking at your driving record right now. Multiple failures to pay traffic tickets for the individual, David Hall, not the person. But, sir, what I'm going to do...
Can you clarify,
Go
sir? I'm not sure I understand that, but I'm happy to settle this matter right now if somebody will make presentments. Nobody has made presentment, and I've asked numerous times, and for the record...
When you say presentment, what do you mean by presentment?
Yeah.
Presentment of the charging instrument for set-off and settlement, sir. I am the
Set-off and
settler.
settlement.
I just told you what it is. I told you what your I told you what the individual
Presentment.
David Hall did.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
I will require somebody to make me a presentment.
Lennox, I believe that is the case. I think David Hall gets hooked up for an EBT scam.
Presentment of the charging instrument on paper so that I may settle that matter. I'm here as settler, and I'm happy to settle this charge.
Okay, we're not
right now.
We're not settling.
Right now.
Today's not the day to settle matters for these kind of charges. All right. We don't settle them today. All right.
May I say something else for the record, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I am secured party under a UCC filing at the Secretary of State, 201-308-717-006.
Okay.
I am secured party to David Hall on the record and through a filing at the Secretary of State, sir. I appear here today as the settler agent, not the person. But the individual, and I don't think I should. You understand the difference between a person and an individual.
And you're the individual, but you're not the person. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
I'm going to write that down. Agent, an individual, but you're not the person. Got it. I think, I remember, I think it was last week you told me this too. And I was a little uncertain, but it's all become very clear now. Now, okay, the settler, the agent, the individual, but he's not the person. Okay, so does the settler, the agent, the individual have any money in the bank?
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, how much money does the settler, the agent, the individual have in the bank?
I'm not certain at this time, sir.
Okay.
Only that I will give it an affirmative that there is money in a bank account.
Okay. And how long has the settler, the agent, and the individual lived in Broward County?
Broward County.
25 years, sir.
Okay, does the settler, agent, individual own any property in Broward County other than personal effects?
John Beeble, thank you for the $10 food truck pizza fund. Yes, thank you so much, man. I'm hoping the food truck is usually at a bar that's across the street from there. That's actually a thing that's over here where there's a lot of places that are bars, but they rely they contract or they have an agreement with food trucks to provide food service for them, which is really cool. I actually like that. There's like a Italian pizza food truck that provides service for a bar across the way from the place. So I'm excited. I'm interested.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, does the person own any property or have any money in the bank? If you know.
In conjunction with myself, sir. In conjunction with myself, we both have. Yes, I'm the agent for that account also.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do.
All right.
The settler, the agent, the individual, and maybe even the person, David Hall, has been charged with DUI. DUI while the settler, the agent, and even the person, David Hall.
Hey, Legal Fiction, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Beer fun for the for after the food truck pizza. Yeah, I might stop by the bar because I haven't been to that bar yet.
Hall was on.
But thank you very much,
out
man. I
on
appreciate
bond
it.
on 2 cases, 1 felony and 1 misdemeanor, for license suspended. So the court believes that the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, represents a danger to the community because the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person continues to drive without a valid driver's license. In fact, a suspended driver's license in the state of Florida. And so, that being said, the court is going to...
May I make a correction, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I'm traveling. You said that you used the term driving, and I was traveling, sir. Traveling.
Okay. All right. So the settler, the agent, the individual, or the person, David Hall, for traveling on a public highway or public road in the state of Florida, was allegedly doing so without a valid driver's license and has done it several times in the past. So today...
This is alleged, sir?
Yes, sir, it is alleged.
Allegedly?
Yes, sir.
Allegedly.
Thank you. So today, the court's going to set your the settler, the agent, the individual's bond, and even the person's bond today on count 4 at $10,000 because the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person has not stopped driving, even though the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person continues to drive without a driver's license. So, that being said, count 1 is $500, count 4 is $10,000, and the court will revoke the bond for the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person of David Hall on 14-016-582-CF10 and 14-05-3909-TC30A. Both cases will cause the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, not to be able to be released from the Broward County Jail until further notice of the court. So,
may I post bond, sir?
Well, no. one of the what the judge said was one or a handful of the charges have a $10,000 bond, but some of the other charges have bond revoked. So even if you post bond for those for the $10,000 charge, you're still going to be stuck in jail because the bonds for those other charges have been revoked.
Well,
is there any other?
Are you asking
Brian, thank you for the $2. Appreciate it, man. Beer fun? Okay, just need to make sure I have beer.
me as the settler, the agent, the individual, or are you asking me as the person?
Sir, I'm asking as the individual appearing before you today about this matter.
Great. All right.
Well, the settler, the agent, the individual, or the person can post the bond. However, the settler, the agent, or the individual, David Hall, will not be released in any event because this court is revoking the bond on a felony case and a misdemeanor case on the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person, David Hall.
Where is my remedy, sir?
Well, whose remedy are you asking for? The settler, the agent, the individual, or the person?
I'm asking for the
Wait,
opportunity.
I'm speaking on behalf of right now.
Hold on.
Sir, I don't understand that question. I believe that you're trying to confuse me now.
No, I'm not.
I'm
no.
simply separating myself from the person. They are two different entities,
Right,
and I know
but
that.
the court is not viewing you as two different people. The court is viewing you as
Well, why
one
not,
entity
sir?
for the purpose of these cases.
Then what entity are you referring to me as?
I'm
Because I
referring
think you're referring to me as
the David Hall, who's the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person.
I'm not the person, sir.
Okay, when
I am
you
not
see the
the
person,
person.
David Hall, tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right?
Sir, then may I ask what my remedy is? Can you provide me a remedy so that
The
I may...
remedy is, you don't really have a remedy where you could appeal it to the 4th District Court of Appeal.
Never, ever gets old.
How long am I going to be held, sir? I would
Until
like to
another
settle
judge
this
tells
matter.
you can be released.
I would like to settle this matter, sir.
We're not going to settle it today.
Then I'm being denied for the record, I'm being denied my remedy.
For the record, on the record.
What do you
For the
think your
record,
And let the
my
record
remedy
true.
is being denied. For the record, I am the real individual, and this action
Okay.
is under color of law, and I don't
Okay.
understand this color of law action.
Okay? Well, have a
All
nice
right.
day. Thank you.
Thank you,
sir.
Come on.
Down the middle.
Come on.
roll.
Let's roll.
It's over.
It's over.
Sorry about that, Mr. Miller.
Your Honor, I was expecting it, so I was well prepared.
Yes, sir.
Arturo Pinto?
I just wanted to make a clear record. That's all I was trying to do, is make a clear record.
Someday, Your Honor, I'm going to do a study and figure out exactly what's going on with all that stuff. Right now, it's just all a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me.
Whether you know it or not, I have a judgment for, I think, $100 million by the Sovereign Citizen Organization for,
Nice.
I don't know, something. But that was posted on my door a couple of years ago. So, Arturo Pinto.
Have you started making payments there, Your Honor, sir?
Arturo Pinto,
Okay, we're done. All right, we're all done, guys. I posted a redirect. Go check out Liz's channel for some weirdo Harlequin erotica readings that she does. She likes to twist my arm and tell me to plug her stuff. So that's a link to her thing. It's going to be the next link that's after the stream ends. So go check out her channel. It's weird. I don't know. I know nothing of it. You guys have fun. Because, you know, I'm never doing that reading of the Dinosaur X female thing that I read for money like ages ago. That's not happening again. But thank you very much. All right, guys. I'm going to check out this pizza place. Hopefully it's good. All right. Take care. Adios. Have fun. Bye. See ya. All right, I'm starving. All right, got my wallet, my phone,